41 years old today. So happy birthday, Wanda Sykes.
We're here for you.
All right, let's see if someone knows the answer to this question. What popular radio DJ was the original voice of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? And we are checking in with a gentleman named Nick, who is joining us via Zoom. Hey, Nick, good morning, bud.
Good morning, Gadzooks.
Gadzooks to you, my friend. Okay, we are looking to find out who the voice of the original Shaggy from Scooby-Doo was. Do you know?
I do. That'd be Casey Kasem.
The Great. You are correct. All right, hang on, Nick. Gonna take care of you. We got some movie passes, and it's to see Mickey 17 from the Academy Award-winning writer and director of Parasite. Bong Joon-ho comes the next groundbreaking cinema experience. Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson plays unlikely hero Mickey Barnes, who finds himself working for an employer who demands the ultimate commitment to the job, and that's to die for a living. Mickey 17 is in theaters and IMAX nationwide today, by the way. So we'll start with this, something we touched on yesterday. Chelsea Handler shut down rumors of a romance with Ralph Fiennes after photos of them looking cozy at an Oscars after party made the rounds online. She said, I saw about 30,000 articles come through, and she said that they were just moving between parties with friends and joked that a relationship between them probably wasn't a good idea. She said, I don't think Ralph Fiennes is marriage material, and I don't think I'm marriage material.
Okay. Well, I think she's a lovely woman. I'm into black chicks.
And also confirmed in February that she is dating an old friend, though she didn't reveal who that old friend is.
Do you think it's Joe Coy?
Joe
She
Coy?
has indicated that she considered him the one.
When they broke up, I was like, "Oh man!"
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was. I thought it worked.
Yeah,
and we love Joe. He's been by here a bunch of times. He's super nice, super good looking, cool dude. So maybe it is. We'll have to find out. This was sad news to see. Pamela Bach passed away.
Yes,
Baywatch.
Very sad.
Married to David Hasselhoff for almost 20 years. She was 62 years old.
Wow.
No cause of death available at this point. So I'm curious as to what happened. She passed away on Wednesday.
Preston, I saw something that indicated, and Nick, maybe you can do a quick check on this, that they believe it might have been suicide.
Okay, well, the L.A. County Medical Examiner has not confirmed anything yet. So Bach starred as Kay Morgan on Baywatch throughout the series run and appeared in an episode of Hasselhoff's show Knight Rider in 1985. Also had roles on shows like The Young and the Restless and Cheers and Fall Guy and Sirens. According to Hasselhoff's 2007 autobiography, Don't Hassle the Hoff, Bach grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 2 sisters. She began performing at age 9, and she got her start in plays in L.A. before she was approached by an agent and decided to pursue her acting career. Hasselhoff had married Bach in 1989 after he split from his first wife. He and Bach shared 2 children, Taylor and Haley. During their divorce in 2006, Bach had leveled allegations of domestic violence against David Hasselhoff. The actor went on to marry his current wife, Haley Roberts, in 2018. So maybe we'll find out more in the near future.
Well, there was an update that came in just a few hours ago. And so, it was according to the L.A. Medical Examiner's Office, it says she died determined that was a suicide.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's terrible. 62 years old. Wow. Millie Bobby Brown, on the lighter side, surprised fans by revealing her real middle name and that it isn't actually Bobby. We might have a clip of this.
We should have the clip, yeah.
I don't know. Marissa, did you send that over? Okay. So, Bobby! In a new interview with BuzzFeed with her Electric State co-star, Chris Pratt, she revealed her middle name is not Bobby. It's something else. And the big reveal caught Pratt off guard, and Brown even revealed that she hadn't admitted this before. So this is the first time publicly.
I just kind of blurted it out.
Said anything about that. So I can either tell you or I can wait for the audio to come over.
She's adorable when she does it.
Yeah.
Not that you're not adorable.
Well, you know.
Yeah, but she's a little bit. I think we'll both agree.
She's super adorable.
Yeah, she's super adorable. And she does an American accent, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve and I are quite smitten with Millie Bobby Brown. She's a lovely young lady. And by that, I mean she is just, she's very elegant. She's very...
She's affable. She's amiable and psychiable.
Yep. All right, we have the clip. Here we go.
My middle name is Bonnie. It's
Millie Bobby Bonnie Brown?
No, it's no Bobby. It's Millie Bonnie Brown.
Really?
I've never told anyone that. You heard it here first.
Your middle name is Bonnie?
Yes.
But you just changed it to Bobby for...
and giggles.
Yeah. So she essentially, she just said it would be fun to do. She thought it would be fun to change her name.
And it stuck.
And it actually worked.
Yeah, it does.
I thought about Millie Bonnie Brown It works because there are a couple other Bobby Browns in history that we know. And I think adding that on there kind of makes it flow well. And if it were, Millie Brown might work just without the middle name. But maybe there was already another Millie Brown and she had to, add that.
I never knew what Bonnie was short for, and the one time my wife said Bonstance, and that's what I hear every single time I hear the name Bonnie. I just think of Bonstance. Yeah.
Is that really?
No, but like Connie and Constance,
Right.
so Bonnie and Bonstance just makes sense.
Nice. Justin Boldani's dad has entered the chat.
Thank God.
Sam Boldani fired a shot at Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in the midst of their legal battle.
Sam, what do you think about all this?
With his son on Wednesday. And by the way, we haven't mentioned them in a few days, so I felt it necessary to add this in here.
Listen, the world moves on.
Dad had reposted a video of a bulletin board that read, "In a world full of Blakes and Ryans, be a Justin."
That's great.
The bulletin board in the video also contained glowing
Dad,
statements
shut up.
about Justin, as well as pics of the actor. The post comes in the middle of the legal wrangling between the two teams. So just thought I'd throw that out.
I just blurted that out, son. Sorry.
So
I was working on the second floor toilet.
No one knows exactly what Pete Davidson and Colin Jost are beefing about, but Davidson has extended an olive branch to his former friend to the tune of $20,000. In an effort to mend fences, the comedian gifted Jost an expensive Cartier watch last summer after Davidson left rehab. No word yet on whether the gesture worked or why.
Trying to determine what this rift was about. Some people suggest it has something to do, they both purchased a ferry boat, a retired Staten Island ferry, which they were going to turn into a nightclub. Turned out to be a bit of a boondoggle, and then they were going to rent it out for movie production.
This is for real?
This is for real.
Okay.
Both Colin Jost and PJs have purchased an actual ferry.
Together?
Together.
Okay.
Went in on it together.
Yeah,
Apparently,
maybe
Scarlett Johansson was not thrilled with that.
Maybe a business deal
Yes,
went bad.
it could be that.
Scoured him so, but they're, I guess, maybe trying to mend fences. We'll see. Paramount is working to lock in Leonardo DiCaprio for a biopic about the legendary daredevil Evel Knievel.
And with him playing?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm. You know what? I'm not really sure. So, of course, he jumped over pretty much anything with a motorcycle. And Damien Chazelle, director of La La Land, is set to helm the film. Maybe they'll make it a musical, Steve.
I'd love to see that. Dun, 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 dun.
And Adrian Brody has reportedly met with him about playing Shelley Saltman, the sports promoter that Knievel famously attacked with an aluminum baseball bat.
Yeah, I remember all that. And listen, people don't recall this. I know you and I do. When things that he did were global events.
Yeah.
The jumping of Snake River Canyon with this absurd rocket motorcycle was huge.
Yeah, and, like when he would jump Caesar's Palace and all this, it was television events,
and that
man.
footage, that classic footage of his body ricocheting off the pavement.
Yeah.
I mean,
just crumbling.
Yes.
And it's in super slow-mo, too.
Super slow-mo.
Yeah. So sources say that if a deal can be closed with DiCaprio, a shoot could get underway this summer. Knievel, a 1970s pop culture icon, saw his fearless stunts turn into fame, fortune, and eventually scandal when his temper got the best of him. And our buddy Who's Lou's dad used to play poker with him.
Oh, really? Right.
Yes.
Could you imagine getting into a
Told me
heated
stories about that.
poker match with Knievel?
No. All right, so while the Thunderbolts team can do a fair amount of damage, its members have taken a fair amount of hits themselves. And director Jake Schreier explains that you're talking about a group of characters that have done a lot of bad things and maybe are struggling with feeling good about themselves. So it's interesting because the storyline is inspired kind of by Toy Story. He revealed that his cast of anti-heroes, which you have Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, Wyatt Russell, David Harbour, have the dynamic of a team that is thrown together. So how do you get a team of misfit toys to work together? You throw them in the fire. And he's talking about Toy Story 3. He said that furnace sequence works so well because you've come to care about these characters so much. Can they get out of the trash can together? So he's referring to the tragic furnace scene in Toy Story 3.
I'm holding out a lot of optimism for this because I like all the separate actors. I like all the separate characters.
Yeah.
And it seems, Marvel can sometimes lives and dies by its own sense of humor, and sometimes it can suck the air out of the room.
Yeah.
But it seems to be working okay with this in the trailer.
Yep.
So it looks good.
Yeah, I'm holding out hope for this too. So it's going to hit on May 2nd.
That trash compactor scene that in Toy Story 3 scared the crap out of me. I thought that those toys were dead, and it was the way that it's a freaking cartoon, and I'm sitting there in the theater. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna lose all of them. They're gonna be burnt to a crisp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you never should have had a sequel.
All right, so speaking of dates and premiere dates, we finally have a premiere date for Happy Gilmore 2. A long-awaited sequel to Adam Sandler's 1996 hit comedy is set to debut on Netflix on July 25th. Casey, it's a Netflix movie.
Okay, but the Netflix Sandler movies, I think, are better.
They work.
Yeah.
That is a good pairing.
Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, honestly. That's it? You're just so based on Hubie Halloween.
Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, Ridiculous Six, that was another one.
The other one he did with David Spade. They're junk food. They're right in line with what you would find being released theatrically. Oh, the basketball movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one locally.
Yes. Yeah.
That one I thought was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I thought that was pretty solid. All right, so the movie brings back Sandler in the title role, along with Julie Bowen and Christopher McDonald, who return in their roles as Virginia Vennet and Shooter McGavin, respectively. And the film will have a ton of cameos from golfers. So listen to this, and you'll know some of these names, but Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Keegan Bradley, Ricky Fowler, Tony Finau, Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, Jordan Spieth, Will Zalatoris, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, and John Daly are all going to be in this movie.
Lee Trevino has to be in
yes, because he's in the original one.
He's in the original, yeah.
He passed, right?
No, he's around.
Oh.
I still watch his golf videos that are posted regularly. Double check on that, because if Lee Trevino died, I'll be really bummed out.
I'm thinking of Chichi Rodriguez.
Oh, Chichi passed away. Yes. So non-golf cameos include Eminem, Travis Kelce, Bad Bunny, and Dan Patrick, to name a few.
Yeah.
The second season of Severance is coming to an end on March 21st. The show has tickled viewers' brains with each episode and has raised a ton of questions that need answers. And we're getting ready to ask even more questions because Quinta Brunson is set to moderate a Q&A about the second season of the show on March 22nd at the DGA Theater in L.A. Brunson is not in the show, but did appear alongside Adam Scott in the 2023 revival of Party Down. So she's going to be hosting.
I assume she's a big fan, right?
She must be,
Yeah, there'd be no way she'd do it if she was not.
Yep. This is cool. Mark Maron has another stand-up special comedy to HBO. The comedian is filming the special this May in New York, and it's planned to be released at some point later this year. No details available on what exactly he's going to be digging into this time. His last special, From Bleak to Dark, aired in 2023 on HBO, and that touched on everything from getting older, faith, and the idea of having kids during the pandemic.
So I was looking at a breakdown of those guys, Mark Maron and Adam Carolla, the people that got to the Joe Rogan, the people that got to the podcasting thing early, embedded, and have kind of been looked at as the what you want to get to. They're still way out in front of the plethora of new podcasts that come out, and because as you would imagine, you only have so much time to listen.
Yeah.
It's like when we came here and we were trying to interest people who already were listening to morning shows that they might have been listening to. The mindset was, don't try to knock them off that perch. Just give the podcast actually help people say, oh, I like this. Maybe I'll make this my morning ritual. Yep. But you only have so much time in a day to absorb all this stuff.
So they're still doing it right, and Mark is cranking those out as well. So a trailer for the CW's shelved live-action Powerpuff Girls series briefly appeared on the internet yesterday before it was pulled down.
I liked it. Did you see it?
I did not see it.
So the Powerpuff Girls have always been kind of cute. I thought, it's an anime thing, but
it's a fun show.
The cast looked phenomenal.
So it was ordered in 2021. A pilot was shot, but the series was killed in 2023. And what the trailer did show, 3 young adult Powerpuff Girls played by Dove Cameron, Chloe Bennett, and Yana Perrault, along with their surrogate father played by Donald Faison. And it it wouldn't have been the Powerpuff Girls you remember. Blossom is constantly stressed. Bubbles is constantly drinking and throws up in a trash can.
Oh my God.
And Buttercup was constantly rebellious and possibly not straight as she complains about her gender normative costume. Sources at the CW confirmed that the footage was legit, but was never put in trailer form by the network. Real quick, I saw, was that the girl from Teen Witch? Blake Lively's sister?
Yes, yeah.
Robin?
Yes.
Was that
Lively.
Robin
It looked
Lively?
like her, yeah.
It looked like her there for a second. So,
The mom?
yeah, this does look good, man.
Right?
I would love that. I thought Powerpuff Girls was pretty cool.
They have them flying and doing all their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when's it supposed to come out?
It's not.
Oh.
It was shelved.
Completely
and-
shelved.
And completely, yeah, that's Robin Lively.
That
for
is
sure.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah, maybe if some interest pops up, people might, you never know. Do any of these things that have been shelved, sat there for a while, to die a death,
Very rarely. Very rarely.
make it to the public?
99.9% of the time. No, I'll
It's
tell you
too
one.
bad.
So the Wonder Woman series that David Kelly, who at the time was a big producer, put together, that died. There's a lot of stuff that gets right there and doesn't quite get over the top.
Yeah. All right, another quick thing. Pierce Brosnan, says that he'd be open to playing James Bond again, but believes the franchise needs fresh blood. In a chat with GQ, the former Bond himself was asked about returning as an older 007 now that Amazon MGM Studios controls the series.
Yes. Pudding. Nicely stirred.
He said, of course, how could I not be interested? And then he added, I think it's best to let sleeping dogs lie.
Ensure. Shaken, not stirred.
Okay, some insure. So, fans...
Not to disrupt you there, Preston, but that the concept of the older Bond, of a Bond who is longer in the tooth, that's never been explored.
No, it hasn't. And listen, they could, and I know there are a lot of jokes that could be made of him officially retiring from the service, but going on to doing something else that still has a
spy element
to it,
The book series that carried on after Ian Fleming, there were other authors picked up the mantle and ran with it. They had that happening a little bit. Obviously, Roger Moore, by the time he stopped playing Bond, was mid-50s, coming up on 60. So, but I mean, we've never had that.
But I wonder in that fantasy world,
Right.
what it would be like when Bond eventually has to retire. Here he has lived the most exciting life possible for any
Welcome
human
to
being.
Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. What now?
Yeah.
Welcome to Walmart.
He would just be miserable till his dying day.
Welcome to Mart. Walmart.
He's a greeter. I love it. Fans worry Amazon's takeover could damage the Bond franchise without longtime producers Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli at the helm. With no official word on the next film, names like Aaron Taylor Johnson and Henry Cavill keep popping up as
either of those?
potential replacements.
Yeah, either of those I'd be happy with. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I would really be happy with. Then maybe go the other way. Go. The Daniel Craig reboot with Casino Royale, which I still consider one of the absolute best Bonds, starts with him getting his 00 license, his second kill. The movie starts that way, so we're getting it right from the beginning.
Actually, would probably be a solid Bond. It'd be wild to have an American play him, but the guy from Maverick.
Glenn Powell?
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
He could make a good Bond, don't you think?
They had actually looked at a few Americans. I mean, he should at least affect a British accent. But yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but they were for a few times. Mel Gibson, believe it or not, was being considered for Bond for a brief period.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
He turned it down.
All right. We have some movies opening this weekend. Here we go. All right, we've been telling about this movie this week. Mickey 17 open sci-fi comedy mystery starring Rob Pattinson, Naomi Ackie, and Stephen Ewan. And Mickey 17, known as an expendable, goes on a dangerous journey to colonize an ice planet. 2 hours and 9 minutes long, rated R, wide theater release, and IMAX, and a good Rotten Tomatoes score at 82%.
Nice.
In the Lost Lands also opens. It is an action-adventure fantasy starring Dave Bautista, Mila Jovovich, and Arlie Jover, based on George R.R. Martin's short story, a queen who is desperate to fulfill her love makes a daring play by sending the powerful and feared sorceress Gray Ailes to the ghostly wilderness of the Lost Lands in search for a magical power where the sorceress and her guide, the drifter Boyce, must outwit and outfight man and demon. Hour and 40 minutes long, rated R, wide theater release, a terrible score at 19%. And then we have Queen of the Ring, and it's a sports biography. It stars Emily Bett Rickards, Martin Cove, which is his birthday yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Josh Lucas is also in this. An extraordinary true-life tale that follows Mildred Burke, the legendary professional wrestler and single mom who defied incredible odds to become the first $1 million female athlete and longest reigning champion at a time when the sport was banned across most of America. 2 hours and 10 minutes long, rated PG-13, a wide theater release, and Rotten Tomatoes score is 73%. All right, and now we have some clips to play. Formula One Series Drive to Survive is taking another lap for Season 7, and here executive producer James Gay Reese reveals which drivers have been easiest to work with.
Listen, Danny, Rick's been great. Actually, he just gave us his last interview because obviously he hasn't got to see it anymore. I just watched him in a cut the other day, and it's so emotional. I know Danny a tiny bit from over the years, and he's been such an ambassador for the show and for the sport, and just to see him sign off was pretty emotional.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Drive to Survive Season 7 premieres today on Netflix. Here's our next clip. Mark Ruffalo has dreamed of working with director Bong Joon-ho for quite a few years. And here, the actor talks about getting cast in the movie Mickey 17.
He's such a auteur, and I saw Parasite, and I said, please, I want to meet him. And then I said, if you have anything you ever have an American in mind for, please think of me. And then 2 years later, this came around, and I said, is this really the one?
Mickey 17 opens today. By the way, I watched Parasite after all the hype and everything. I didn't really like it.
It was okay. I agree. Everyone, there's a couple of films of his that I really like The Host and Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
I found Parasite. It was okay.
I mean, it was weird.
It was weird.
Definitely.
Weird.
But, all right. Weird. There you go. That's the entertainment report for you this morning. A lot happening today. We have the happiest man on the internet, Austrian Peter Mairhofer, in our studio. We talked to him a few weeks back, and he was delightful. He is super positive, super fun.
It's infectious.
Super good looking as well. And he sounds a lot like this.
Big summer blowout, half-off swimming suits, clogs, and a sun balm of my own invention. Yeah?
Only on steroids.
Yes.
Like even more than that. But he's stopping by today in the 8 o'clock hour. Alfonso Ribeiro will be joining us. We also have our Camp Out for Hunger 2024 Business Challenge random drawing winning company stopping by this morning. We're going to cater the morning for these guys. And I hope they like eating lunch for breakfast. Because
that's what they're getting.
Because Wilson's Secret Sauce is going to be providing the food for the Remington and Vernick engineers who are coming by. They're out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They donated 11,000 pounds of food.
Good job.
Camp Out for Hunger. And we're excited to have those guys pop in and hang out for the morning on a No Sad Bro Friday. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a moment. And maybe if you're good, I think we might do Connoisseur. What? I think we might have to. We'll see. We'll check our calendar for the day or our schedule and see if we'll do that next. We'll find out. Stay with us. You'll find out too.
Preston and Steve.
Is that for Kathy?
Me? Are you kidding? Is freezing.
You guys all have coats on, don't you?
Yeah.
Look at all the ladies who are putting their coats on.
Has coats on.
I'm cold.
Then you should put a coat on, Kathy.
I have a coat and a blanket. You should wear a T-shirt if you're going to sweat constantly.
He doesn't sweat, though. His pits have been shut off.
Well, he's hot as hell. Take your jacket off.
Oh, and that's just
I put one on.
right?
You take yours off.
She said it. She said it. I knew it.
He's hot as hell.
Hot as hell.
You said it. There's a little.
Oh, no. I slipped.
There's a little struggle with the thermostat here in the studio this morning.
The main struggle is that it doesn't work at all.
Well, that's the problem. Casey complains
it's not accurate.
that it's all the way up. It's like it's mental for him. He sees that it's all the way up. Meanwhile, it's still freezing in here. It does nothing to move it, and then he moves it down, and it becomes an icebox.
I think the thermostat was made in another country because cold is spelled cod and heat is hort.
Kathy, there is an official sign on the thermostat.
I know, but Casey, I
look at
can't
it,
take it.
read it.
Literally, when you walk in here and it feels like an icebox, that's ridiculous. I'll work with you, but it's an icebox.
It's only an icebox when you're in here.
No, that's not true. Look around. Everyone is bundled up because it's freezing.
She is making a point. They are bundled up. It's
cold.
What if you both made love?
Ew. Hell no.
Would that help?
Stick me in an icebox and let me die there.
Wow. So I'm taking that as a no.
By the way, do you call the refrigerator an icebox?
No.
Okay.
The refrigerator. I can handle refrigerator temperature. I can't handle icebox temperature.
Wow. Is your friend here? Is your
I want to
monthly friend
curse.
here?
I want to curse so bad. That's how effing cold it is in here.
Is your friend, we call your friend Daredevil?
No!
Always.
Not yet!
It's coming, isn't it?
Well, here's a question. I mean, there you have needs. What if in space and long missions, if you're taking care of yourself, what does that look like? Right? I mean, because there seems to be a whole bunch of ports in that thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Something's got to fit.
This looks good.
I don't know.
This looks like Lisa Ann.
Somebody's had to have done that, right?
Of course.
To bang people. How in all the years and people up in space? You mean to tell me someone's never rubbed one out?
Yeah. No, I'm saying somebody's had to have done that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're on the space station for a year at a time.
That's actually what caused the Apollo 13 issue.
Right.
It wasn't, the mixture wasn't correct.
No. Oh my God, we have a problem.
What did you do?
I mean, what about like
I didn't mix the fuel right.
what about like actual sex?
I don't know. Maybe there have
been men and women up together.
There was a married couple that went
a married couple up together. So yes, there would have to be.
That's the first thing you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
The 50 Mile High Club. You kidding me?
I mean, if we're talking about serious long-term space travel, it's going to be a part of it, right? So, like, eventually, if we're going to colonize on Mars, that has to be studied.
It's just not talked about.
Kathy,
They're
that
just
would
not talking about it.
You would the hand you would consider with those huge space gloves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she wouldn't have to worry about it.
All right, okay. This is really big. I can do this.
A bigger hand doesn't make it better.
No, I mean talking about not getting any mess on you. Anyway,
Kathy uses Hulk hands at home.
But in order to do that, because you're in zero gravity and you're floating all over the place,
you'd
have to secure yourself.
You'd have to have something to hang on to.
Because they sleep basically.
One would be strapped down. Yeah, they tie you in.
Strapped to the wall.
So they'd figure it out. I'll bet you if there was a married couple up there, it was part of their experiments because they're up there doing experiments all the time.
If they're doing poop and pee and all of these things that they're trying to perfect, that they're going to perfect what is a human necessity.
And I have to see video of this.
Various positions, I would imagine, right? To try and figure out which ones are the most...
We are attempting doggy style.
Yep.
Proceed with doggy style. We are having a little bit of issue here. We're going to take this outside the craft.
Odyssey, have you tried the cowgirl yet?
69. Tried the cowgirl yet? 69. In 3, 2, 1. We have achieved 69. Yeah, this is Houston. We got you, and everything's looking good. I would grab her ankles a little tighter in an effort to solidify head position in the appropriate groinal area. We got that.
All right.
NASA can reduce sex to completely mechanical.
Totally. Sex experiment.
Tell her she's a pretty girl. Tell her she's a very pretty.
please welcome from The Last Witch Hunter, Elijah Wood and Rose Leslie to our program. Good morning, guys. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi there.
Good to see you.
All right, so you're in hyper promo mode for this. You're on tour and doing,
Hyper
promo mode because it's coming out.
Yeah, in fact, you guys are leaving.
Initiate hyper promo.
I like that.
Yeah. When did you get into Philly? And you guys are leaving later on this afternoon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got in late last night. Well, not that late. No, we kind of landed around about 7.
Yeah, we landed.
Yeah, we didn't land. We definitely
No, the
didn't
train
land.
just
We
sort of
arrived.
like arrived to the station. We took a train
I
from
flew
New York.
in, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's what you both got here is the essential point of the
Train
whole thing.
landings are very serious.
Well, let's talk about the movie a little bit, and then we're going to geek out on you guys because we're fans of a ton of your work.
Ah, cool.
But The Last Witch Hunter, so Vin Diesel is starring as this main character in this.
Yes.
And there are a lot, like I said, there are a lot of names. There are you two, and also
Michael Caine?
is in this
Right.
movie as well.
Yes.
But this is an original story. This is one that we haven't come across before. It's not coming from books or franchise or anything along those lines.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what the whole plot line of this film is.
Vin Diesel's character, he plays Calder, who is an 800-year-old immortal witch hunter.
Okay.
And he's basically keeping black magic at bay. So black magic is illegal.
Right.
And that would be the scourge for which would be a danger to humanity.
And they're good. You are a good witch. No, not in an
Not
Oz
in the
reference.
Glinda variety.
Yeah, you're not in the Glinda variety, but he is reticent to do so. But you prove an ally to him, and you ally because you are. How's it pronounced? It's a Dolan.
A Dolan, yeah.
Right, not as in Mickey Dolan's, but
Wait, isn't that don't they do deliveries at home?
That's a doula.
That's a doula.
A doula.
Yeah. But you are. There's an order of priests, correct?
Yes, correct.
That provide protection to these. To this immortal character that Vin Diesel is playing.
Indeed, yeah.
Calder.
So basically, Dolans are priests in a long line of priests tasked with serving Calder, the witch hunter, and basically aiding in sort of in the background of his efforts.
Are you obviously? Preston's been geeking out about Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
And I know Elijah, you are a big Game of Thrones fan.
Huge Game of Thrones.
Was that
fan.
a detraction while making The Last Witch Hunter that you were?
That Rose was going to be in the film? Yes, it was.
Totally, right?
It really was. Yeah.
Yeah, I had read the books, and
I'm such a nerd for it. I flew to Belfast once, and as I was landing at Belfast Airport, I literally was humming the theme song. That's how much of a
wow. Yeah, and I'd read
going to the land of Game of Thrones.
reading the books. I love the character Ygritte in the book, and then they eventually presented you in the show, and I'm like, oh my god, they hit it spot on. She's a badass. You're sexy and at the same time, and where now for your guys' scenes, obviously you're north of the wall. Where was that? Was that in Iceland or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So we shot in Iceland, and I think for those three seasons that I were in, we were there for like a solid 4 weeks, and it was amazing. I mean, we were shooting in ridiculous temperatures, though, something like -18, where we, like, as a crew, we were getting paranoid that the lens would start freezing over, and then we wouldn't be able to shoot. And particularly in the kind of winter months, I mean, we had four hours a day of work, so we kind of like. We worked from 10 till 2, and then we just carried on drinking.
Let me tell you, it's funny because Preston is unsure as to which of you to geek out more on, but Rose, you take the
baton on that one.
Yes, on this one.
Big time, man.
I was going to geek out about Elijah.
No, do it. Go ahead.
No.
I mean, I just the whole series, the Game of Thrones series, has been. Man, you got to wait too damn long.
That's the only
for
problem.
the next.
I always dread the finale every season.
I do too.
Every season. I'm like, please, I just don't want to watch it because I know that I'm going to have that inevitable feeling of something won't have been tied up, something will be teased, and I have to wait a damn year for it.
Well, you look at something as Herculean as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but every Christmas season, it was a new one was coming out.
Yes.
Let's get it together, folks. This may be just wiki BS, and I didn't realize this as I was looking. But Elijah, were you in the Forever Your Girl Paula Abdul video?
Yeah, that was the first job I had as an actor.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's wild. See, that ruined me for all other videos because I can't.
Where is this? I want to see it.
It's on YouTube like everything else.
And you can tell it's you.
Yeah.
That's a good song, man.
All right.
It was directed by David Fincher before he started making movies. Yep. There it is.
We didn't
David
get that.
Finch? David
There
Fincher
it is.
directed
Oh, wow. Look at that. You can just pull it up on the television.
Oh, we're
now.
pulling up video. I don't know at what point in the video he.
Where's Elijah?
Oh, Elijah
There he is.
He was a girl.
There he is.
Oh,
It's
you played
coming
a
up.
cute little girl with pigtails.
That's not me.
Someone was also texting it, and that you were in Back to the Future 2.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah, that was the first job out in a film.
A film, yeah.
That's me.
wow.
well, I know.
Oh, there he is.
That's me. Yeah.
Did you just break a pencil?
I did. I was, yeah.
He's stressed out.
What are you
It's
feeling?
it's the stress of daycare, correct?
Just so stressed. Look, he's yearning for his lost love. Yeah.
By the way, Steve, last time Elijah was here so long ago, we were both 200
Incredibly
pounds
fat, yeah.
heavier.
You guys were fat and I was skinny.
Casey was skinny,
I was
and we
skinny
were
and you
fat.
guys
And I was sick that day. I was so mad. I wasn't here when Elijah was in, and we've had 3 out of the 4 Hobbits in studio, and I missed Elijah's
Who else
day.
have you had?
We've had Sean Astin a couple of times, and oh man,
dude in the
not
honeybees.
Dominic.
Billy Boyd, yeah. Band performed in here.
Amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's so
And he's Scottish.
He is.
Oh, my God.
I think he was from Glasgow.
He's from Glasgow.
Yeah, he's from Glasgow.
That's right.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Let's hear it for him, guys.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. Stay there. It's a hidden camera left in a forest to take pictures of animals in the wild. Captured pictures of a naked man who believed that he was a tiger after taking LSD.
I'm a tiger. Look at this. Grow.
The man only identified as
wild tiger.
as the man only identified as Merrick from the Czech Republic took the drug to try and treat his depression.
Merrick the tiger. Growl.
But after taking LSD, he then ran off into the Polish forest, stripped naked, and started behaving like a tiger.
I must leave you now and return to the world of tigers.
Later, foresters looked back at
hope my message of peace lives on.
They looked back at the footage to try and see if they had captured any wild animals on camera, but after watching footage of the man...
Oh, this is a straight up the ass shot this camera got.
Oh, yeah, he's totally naked.
Yeah.
He handed...
The brown eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
It's the brown eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. They handed the picture straight over to the police, who later apprehended Merrick. The 21-year-old then confessed to police that he had taken LSD.
I'm a tiger. I'm a tiger. I'm a tiger. Running around. Tiger round. I'm a tiger. I am high.
He told then the he said it started to work immediately, and that he felt he had a Siberian tiger.
Wow, that's a cool one to go for.
He told police that it was then that his true personality had woken.
WMMR.
Thank you, Kathy. Let's see. We will have joining us on the program a little later this morning the happiest man on the internet, Peter Mairhofer, the Austrian, who we interviewed a few weeks back. He will actually be here in our studio live. So last time we spoke to him, he was in this beautiful wooded setting in
gorgeous.
Austria.
Yes.
But he will be here in a beautiful picturesque Balakin.
He might be
Pennsylvania.
confused and think he's back in Austria.
Possible. So that'll be in the 8 o'clock hour. But at this very moment, Connoisseur time.
It's time for the Connoisseur, the Austrian edition.
Yes, the Austrian. I wish I would have come up. I would have looked for some Austrian cuisine had I had the forethought, but I did not.
There seems to have been a lot of stuff happening in the realm of food over the past week.
There has been, and we have an official sponsor of the Connoisseur. The Connoisseur is brought to you by Acme Market. So thank you. By the way, friends, when an advertiser decides to sponsor a segment, it is a big deal for us, and we love the continued support that Acme gives to us. We can't do our job without the support of our sponsors. They sponsor our Acme Lounge, are a big part of the Camp Out for Hunger, and we are excited that they are giving us $50 Acme gift cards to give away.
How much? How often do you have to tell Casey and I to stop talking about Acme?
All the time you guys are talking about it. So anyhow, we're going to do that with the game that we play with the regular Connoisseur segment in the movie clips. So listen up for your chance to win $50 Acme gift cards because they are the presenting sponsor of the Connoisseur. I'm going to start with a local story. And I had mentioned this, a similar event like this a couple of months ago, but Nanu's Hot Chicken is making its debut in the western suburbs and Chester County today with the grand opening in Westchester.
This is the restaurant that originally started on Orc, correct?
Yes. No. So it's and I'll explain why I'm making this announcement. So it's at 314 South High Street, the former home to Taco Mar and Mr. Burrito. But they are doing a food giveaway today from 2 to 7 p.m.
Wow.
Food will be given away for all that come up to 600 people.
Whoa.
That's pretty amazing.
Last time I mentioned this, they had done the same type of stunt where they were giving away hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chicken sandwiches and stuff like that. So, and to be honest, it's a brilliant idea. If you are I don't know if they franchise these out, I don't think so, but if you have a new location and you want people to try and you feel that confident enough in your product and you want people to try it and to eventually come back and spend money, then you start off by doing a huge giveaway like this. Boom, it's a great idea.
The Tug Shack near me did the exact same thing.
Wow, no kidding.
Huge success.
Okay, well, a little bit of a different product. So, and I've been a very good boy for the first 2 months of the year, and I've not had anything like a nice fried chicken sandwich. And oh my God, do I desire one right now?
Yeah.
Westchester is the largest location for Nanu's Hot Chicken, by the way, and the only one with 2 floors and a large outdoor patio and backyard for nice weather season. They had that last opening they did, and I forgot exactly where it was. They gave out over 1,000 free meals.
What would be cool to do, and we could do this in a reverse way, give 1,000 meals to one person. Yeah.
And that'll last them a couple of years.
So all of these chicken places, like there's a couple of different brands out there. They all do this. So
do they?
Yeah. They're
what's the chicken finger place that did it as well?
Yep, I know.
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's did the same, similar thing. Yeah.
And then there's Assad's Hot Chicken. They opened they opened a location in Conshohocken.
It's the nature of the business, Kathy.
Not that long ago, they did the same thing. The line was like wrapped around the block.
Didn't Hen Solo do it as well?
Hen Solo, yeah.
And which, by the way, is my favorite chicken name ever.
Hen Solo?
Hen Solo. I think they're in Manayunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember them doing that.
I think they did.
So these guys are doing this today in Westchester, 2 to 7 p.m. I'm sure there's plenty of students who want to hop out and get a free chicken sandwich today.
You're on a budget like that, you know you're going to beeline over there.
But up to 600 people, the first 600 people will get a free meal.
Occasionally you report on in the Bizarre File about places that do things like this, where it gets a little out of hand. And so hopefully everything will be just fine today.
Speaking of Westchester, they just opened a new restaurant with like a speakeasy in the basement. I don't know what it is about like speakeasies, but or just that they call it that. Like, I love it. I saw it. It looks so cool.
With a hidden entrance and all that sort of thing?
Yeah.
You like the presentation.
And when I went to Nashville, they have a bunch of them throughout the city. And I visited a couple of them, and they're just like, it's just so cool. I love it.
Yeah. Isn't this fun?
It's just weird.
We're like gangster. Let's make some bathtub gin.
I want to put like a frilly dress
little
on.
Flapper.
Flapper dress.
Is it called Johnny O's, Kathy? Johnny O's in Westchester?
Is it in a hotel?
It's in 9 Prime.
Yeah, Kat, that's right. There was a brand new hotel that was built there.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not sure if that's it, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
You might just be going into the basement of a business thinking it's a speakeasy.
So anyhow, just wanted to mention that about Nanu's Hot Chicken today, 2 to 7, and they're giving away free food if you're interested. All right, let's do our first giveaway. We're going to play a movie clip that has to do with some type of food or drink, and you will have to zoom in for the answer, friend. So we need you to zoom in for the answer, and just text the word Zoom to 39333, and we'll send you the link, and then we'll see if you get on board. Here's our first clip.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins. Would you like to try our mango fruit blast? No thanks. I'll have a burger, please. Oh, we don't make that. Pretzel, hot pretzel, like mustard. We have mustard dip. It's ice cream. Baskin Robbins. I'll just do like whatever's hot and fresh.
Dude. All right, let's see if you know the answer and order up. In the meantime, Red Robin has announced a shocking plan to shutter up to 70 locations across the country as it struggles to keep up with a tumultuous market. The wildly popular fast food chain announced its intention, and I didn't add this in the fast food roundup, which will be coming up. It's more
fast casual.
Yeah. So the wildly popular fast food chain, as it says in this article, announced its intention to close low-performing stores as their leases expire in an attempt to revive its failing operations.
Flailing operations. There are two things said in this story that are in direct opposition to each other. That it's doing very well, and that is it just a realigning of the business model?
No, I mean they're looking at some issues. So as financial results for fiscal 2024 fell well below the company's original expectations, the CEO said that the company has made substantial improvements to the guest experience in an effort to drive traffic back to its stores. During an earnings call last week, the CEO told analysts the company saw a 600 basis point improvement in traffic trends from the first quarter of the year to the fourth. He said, while our improvement has been substantial, we have not yet reached the potential of our iconic brand and expect to drive further traffic improvements into 2025. So it's not as much of an improvement as they
were hoping to see.
they need.
I like Red Robin a lot. I really do.
Good.
Their burgers are good. Their menu stuff is always solid. Where's the closest Red Robin here?
There's none near me. There's one up by like Langhorne.
Is that still there?
I don't know, Kath.
There's one near me in Collegeville at the is it the Providence
Town?
Shopping Center? Yeah, Providence Town Shopping Center. So they have one there. Go by it all the time. We stop in from time to time.
Northeast has one just off the boulevard.
In late 2024, the chain, known for its gourmet burgers and bottomless steak fries, have already closed one location and recorded a hefty loss of $32.4 million at the end of the year, according to a review of underperforming restaurants.
Any words more beautiful than bottomless steak fries?
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
The Langhorne one is still there.
Oh, good.
The company unveiled plans to sell 3 properties. The sale of those locations is expected to generate $5.8 million, which will be used in part to repay the company's debt. Their partial closure plan is the latest in a growing number of fast food eateries planning to close locations, citing financial difficulties. Another beloved American staple, of course, Red Lobster, had filed for bankruptcy back in May. Other top-ranking fast food chains are also struggling, citing rising costs of rent and ingredients. So chains like Applebee's, TGI Fridays, and Boston Market have all recently shuttered restaurants, as have smaller chains like BurgerFi, which I'm not familiar with.
Not familiar.
Yeah.
I wonder if they could do a thing like the Kentucky, pizza, where they
Kentucky Fried Taco
so
Hut.
you could do Red Robin and Red Lobster and make it Red Robster.
Red Robster.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Red Robster.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So we'll see what this means if they keep heading in that direction, if they'll have to close more and more stores.
I don't like to see that.
No, I never like to see
They
that.
still have a lot of locations, though.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm looking online.
But they said they're going to close, what did I say, up to 70 of those locations, Kath. So, all right, let's... Yes.
Oh, no, real quick. I just want to say the speakeasy I was talking about in Westchester, it's in the Indigo Hotel, which is a new hotel, and it's called Room 109.
Room 109.
Okay. Let's see if we can get somebody who knows this clip.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins. Would you like to try our mango fruit blast? No thanks. I'll have a burger, please. Oh, we don't make that. Pretzel, hot pretzel, like mustard. We have mustard dip. It's ice cream. Baskin Robbins. I'll just do like whatever's hot and fresh.
All right, we are going to go to Brooke via Zoom and see if she knows the answer. Good morning to you, Brooke.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Wonderful. What a lovely orange hoodie you're wearing this morning. Is this...
It's the warmest thing. I put it on every morning when I take my son to the bus stop.
It
looks like a Snuggie.
Look at how plush that thing is.
Yeah, it's down to my shin.
That's what I have for the hockey games.
It's awesome. I love it.
That's exactly what I have.
So, Brooke, what movie is that clip from, please?
Ant-Man.
Of course. You got it correct. Hang on the line. We're going to get your information. And Casey, what are we giving her?
Brooke, you just won a $50 Acme Markets gift card. Hungry and in a hurry? Acme's Flash Grocery Delivery or Pickup gets you fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. Fast, fresh, and right to your door. Acme Fresh Foods, local flavors.
All right, let's play another movie clip. It has to do with food or drink. And let's see if we can get somebody to identify this.
Michelob Ultra Tuscan Orange Grapefruit. My God, America is imploding.
All right, so if you know what that is from, you have to text the word Zoom to 39333, and then we will send you the link to check in with us. So let's see if you know that. All right, and we'll go. We'll order up. Sorry. Muted my bell for a moment there. All right, so let's see. Yeah, this one was kind of interesting. Bloomberg has come out with a list of the best airport restaurants in the world.
Wow.
Is Chickies in there?
No.
Oh.
You know, it's funny. The state of the art in airport restaurants. My wife was traveling and said the best sushi she's ever had was in the Miami airport.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, Case, this is a few levels up from Chickies. So this is according to, it was based on experience of the globe-trotting editors of Bloomberg. Number one on the list is Duddles.
Duddles?
A Michelin-starred spot in Hong Kong International Airport's Terminal 1.
A Michelin restaurant in an airport?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It serves dishes like honey glazed barbecued pork and soup noodles and salted egg custard buns.
Do they have bottomless steak fries?
They are famous for their sweet shrimp dumplings. 3 U.S. airports restaurants made the list. Excuse me. So let me run down these for you. Number 1 is Duddles, like I said. Number 2 is Yakiniku Champion in Tokyo Haneda Airport. The Hungry Club, Adolfo Suarez Madrid Barajas, Spain. Then in London at Heathrow, you have Le Café Cyril Lignac at Louis Vuitton. In Atlanta, this is the first American one to make it on the list. One flew south, and you'll find that at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, International Airport. And then another one is in Austin. It's called the Salt Lick Barbecue.
Oh, okay. So I know Salt Lick because I've been to, but not at the airport. I went to a different Salt Lick right near Austin, and it started as just like a barbecue pit. I mean, literally, like when you go there, you can see it was just a roadside barbecue pit. And now it's
become this big thing?
Turned into this thing.
Is there an actual Salt Lick for the customers inside?
Possibly.
All right.
Wait, it was successful enough that they opened one in the airport?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then
our dream is the airport.
They only have the top 8 here. Number 7 is in San Francisco. It's called Bun Mi. And then the last one is in Mexico at Benito Juarez International, and it's called Iwashi Sushi.
Wow.
Yeah.
My
sushi joint in a Mexican airport. Wow.
Yeah, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
My son has an opportunity to go to Hong Kong in June. He might do Hong Kong and Shanghai. And
always wanted to go.
It's a scholarship thing, and so we'd be able to go for like 2 weeks. And yeah, me too, Steve. And I don't know. There's something about Hong Kong that seems really, really appealing
exotic
to me.
and high tech, and
it's like I think it's an 18-hour flight or something like that. I'm pretty sure they fly out of JFK or whatever.
I would just have my vet give me a shot.
yeah, seriously. But I'll have to let them know about this restaurant, Preston.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're in a traveling and you're going through the airport and you're in the hustle and bustle of traveling, can you sock away a big meal at a restaurant?
If I'm hungry, yeah,
I can. There's always a little element of nerves running.
Steve, same.
Yeah. No, not me.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Steve, if I sit down, I'm like, okay, I have until this time. So the food needs to come out by this time or I'm not going to make it. And if you ever travel with Marissa, it's great. She's like, one more round? I'm like, we're boarding 7 minutes. Come on!
No, I like, Rochelle and I are get to the airport early kind of people. So we usually have at least an hour to kill. And so getting a decent meal is no problem.
I know, but so an hour, that would make me nervous because I don't know. It just would.
That buffer wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
If I had like a 4 or 5 hour layover,
yeah,
maybe. But I just know there's just and I'm not a nervous traveler, but for eating, and then also there's the fear if you're in mid-flight and you got to make a big boom.
That's what I don't want.
Yeah.
So whatever I'm going to eat, just can't come out while I'm
your
in the air.
bunghole while you're in mid-flight.
Yeah.
I mean, they have bathrooms.
I know.
I know. And I've blown up a few.
Yeah.
You feel embarrassed when you open the door and the stewardess passes out.
Honest to God, as long
Not me. I love it.
Yeah.
Share the love.
We're going to have...
We're all in this together, folks.
There has been a change in altitude, but your mask will be dropping from the ceiling.
I don't like the idea of using a bathroom on an airplane while the wheels are not on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I do get nervous at, what if the crazy turbulence happened right now? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think of that one scene from Lost where the dude is just walking down the aisle,
Yeah.
and then next
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's on the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that.
Especially if your pants are down.
All right, so if you're traveling, there's some ideas for you for restaurants. All right, we're going to play this clip to see if we can get a winner and see if you know what movie this is from.
Michelob Ultra Tuscan Orange Grapefruit. My God, America is imploding.
All right, we are going to talk to Kieran. Hi, Kieran. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Kieran, we are checking in with you to see if you know what movie that clip is from, and do you?
Yes, that is the movie Ted.
You are correct. Nice work. Where are you headed to this morning, Kieran?
Work. High school math teacher, ready to change some lives.
All right, well, please do so.
You will.
Thanks for doing what you do.
So much enthusiasm, Karen.
Well, she's been beaten down by the system, but we support you.
She looks too young to hate her job right now.
All right, Kieran, hang on. Here's what we have for you.
You got a $50 Acme Markets gift card, hungry and in a hurry? Well, Acme's flash grocery delivery or pickup gets you fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. Fast, fresh, and right to your door. Acme Fresh Foods, local flavors.
Try that.
Movie clips that have to do with food or drink. Here's another one.
My wife's making her famous deviled eggs again. My waistline's furious. It's a bad time, Bob.
All right, let's see if you know what movie that one is from. So text word Zoom 39333 and we'll find out.
All right, are we doing, is it fast
Sure,
food?
yeah, let's do fast food round. What the hell? All right, got a few stories that that have to do with the world of fast food. And we will start with this one. McDonald's is the latest fast food restaurant to use artificial intelligence to step up its game. The fast food giant is overhauling 43,000 restaurants.
Wow.
With an AI makeover in an attempt to cut wait times and make a better experience for both customers and employees. That's what they say. Upgrades will start with internet-connected kitchen equipment, AI-enabled drive-thrus, and AI-powered tools for managers to help make sure that the orders are accurate and so restaurants can predict equipment issues before they shut down. I'm not down with this, ma'am.
No.
I think the kids need a place to work. I think they need a first job.
So they suggesting
working the drive-through and all that.
This is going to be at the expense of jobs?
Don't you think it will?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that well versed.
An AI-powered drive-through? That sounds like somebody's job to me.
Yeah.
So
unless they're using it to oversee the actual, I'm not a big fan of interacting with, and they've had some automated McDonald's stores.
They do. When you, because I go there, quite a bit. When you go up, they ask if you're going to be using your app today, and then you say no, and then a different person comes on to the, so it sounds like it's a recording. Are you going to be using McDonald's
in that case,
app?
it's always sad to see jobs get extinguished because you do need those young people entry-level jobs. Well, maybe they can massage the backs of the robots.
Me and Nick are both McDonald's veterans.
Yes. I wouldn't be here today if not for McDonald's.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those 2 weeks I spent working at McDonald's.
It really shaped, you talked about it lovingly in your biography, just a McDonald's guy.
I shared this with you guys last week or whenever the last time we talked about it, but it was a little sad to see there's just the one register out front, and there used to be 4 or 5 when I worked there. So, yeah, I'm with you, Press.
So, to accomplish this mission, the company tapped Google Cloud in late 2023 to implement more computing power in restaurants, allowing them to process and analyze data on site. Known as edge computing, the setup is generally faster and cheaper option than sending the data to the cloud. Suppliers have already begun to install sensors on the equipment that will ultimately give the data to the system and allow employees to see how the restaurant is operating in real time. The chain is also looking into computer vision, a type of AI behind facial recognition in-store cameras to determine whether orders are accurate before they go into customers' hands. See, that's what a human would do.
Before you drive up, just an alert. You have a facial carcinoma.
The edge computing system will also be able to power voice AI at the drive-thru, which McDonald's is exploring with Google's cloud computing arm, a venture they have already unsuccessfully tried out. In 2021, they teamed up with IBM to use artificial intelligence software to take customers' orders. In July 2024, they ended the automated drive-thru experiment at more than 100 locations after angry customers reported receiving items that they didn't order.
So is it possible to still hire the first-time employees, but make them speak in a robotic fashion?
They could do that and make it just
I will get
feel
your drink.
like it's AI.
Yeah.
No, possible. I don't really know. How about this one? After a very brief run last December, Taco Bell has decided to bring back its popular crispy chicken nuggets. Marinated in jalapeno buttermilk, coated with breadcrumbs and tortilla chips, the all-white meat nuggets will be returning with the same trio of sauces. Bell sauce, jalapeno honey mustard sauce, and the Taco Bell exclusive Hidden Valley Fire Ranch.
Fire!
And alongside the Nuggets, Taco Bell will also be offering crispy chicken burritos and tacos.
I think, let me ask you. So I find jalapeno peppers can be good tasting.
Yeah.
But you walk a fine line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They get a little hot.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's
You
too
gotta
much.
get those the seeds out of there.
Is that what it is?
Yep, the seeds
All right.
and the stem, the inside. If
It's like pot.
if you trim that out, it makes it a little bit more mild.
Can you say the thing about the Hidden Ranch fire thing again?
Sure, yeah. So it's the Taco Bell exclusive Hidden Valley
Fire!
Fire. Did you want me to say it or Steve? You asked me.
Both.
Okay.
Same time.
I'm sorry.
I just want clarification.
Oh, yeah.
I put some emphasis
I
in there.
know. I thought this is what I want. I was just trying to do my job.
Well, you did it
man.
after the
You're
first time.
replacing me with AI. Son of a bitch.
Fire Ranch.
Fire Ranch?
Yeah, fire. It's
Wasn't as
Hidden
good.
Valley Fire Ranch. So you hit a big on the fire to give it some emphasis.
Has
there.
anybody tried these things? Because they sound damn good.
No.
All right.
I don't care about him anymore.
Sorry, I made you angry, Steve. All right, so
Listen to my day.
here's another fast food story. So here are the highest calorie items on fast food menus.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
And see if it has still retained its
Please.
position. Is it the bloomin' onion?
No, these are fast food.
Oh, that's right. That's fast casual. God
Yeah,
damn
so we'll start with that. I'll go through these quickly because it's already 7:44 or something like that. So Taco Bell, the Caliente Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco Meal.
Coming in at what?
900 to 1,180 calories. How about this? Five Guys large fries. That's even more. 1,310 calories.
Just the fries?
I'm a massive fan.
Just the large fries.
Wow.
They give you like a whole bag of fries.
Yeah.
So, McDonald's Big Breakfast with hot cakes is 1,340. Burger King Triple Whopper with bacon and cheese is 1,350.
Well, you figure that.
Only 10 more than the Big Breakfast with hot cakes. Wow. Wendy's Triple Mushroom Bacon Burger. Here you go. It says here, wait a second here. It has 1,350 calories, but it's a lot less than Wendy's Nugs Party Pack, which is 3,500 calories. But that's 50 chicken nuggets.
But it's a party pack.
That's 50 chicken nuggets. And then you have the Dairy Queen Peanut Butter Puppy Chow Blizzard.
They actually put puppy chow in it?
1,360. No, I think it's like chocolate covered like Chex Mix and stuff.
Kind of unfair, though.
Hey, is this gravy train?
It's a dessert.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the Shake Shack Double Down Fries. It's the biggest one. 1,910 calories for the side dish alone.
1,900 calories.
Yeah, so it's their fries are topped with cheese sauce, spicy cherry peppers, and smoked bacon.
So the average caloric intake for an adult male during the day is expected to fall in
2,500, 3,000 calories, something like that.
Maybe
I think.
less, 1,500 and above, right?
Oh, okay.
So if you're trying to keep, think about that. You wipe out an entire day's caloric intake with a side.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you're thinking that when you order those.
No, I know. Listen, I just had Five Guys up at the Cardboard Classic, and Preston, those extra fries that dribble out of the cup, it's everything.
Yep. All right, so let's see if you know what clip this is from.
My wife's making her famous deviled eggs again. My waistline's furious. It's a bad time, Bob.
All right, we'll go to the Zoom. Hang on a second. We'll go to the Zoom, and we have Samantha, who's on with us this morning. Hi there, Samantha.
Good morning, Ed.
Good morning to see you, Samantha. And quite literally, we can see you now via Zoom.
Yes.
All right, what movie is that from, please?
That would be from a movie I quote on a daily basis, The Other Guys.
That is correct. Absolutely
Also,
correct.
Can I give a quick shout out? I am Ducky from Drop Dead Sexy's cousin.
Oh.
And he's going to be playing his last show with the band March 28th at Live Casino.
Yeah, we made that announcement at the Camp Out for Hunger that he was leaving the band, right?
Yes.
Oh,
for a
man.
very long time.
And the final one is when is it now again?
March 28th. It's a Friday.
And we were making a bunch of noise. What was his name again? Which member of the band?
Ducky.
Ducky. Okay. Oh, man. We love that guy. All right. And we wish them luck. All right. Hang on because we got a prize for you, Samantha. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
All right. You got it. There you go.
Samantha, you got a $50 Acme Markets gift card, our new sponsor for the Connoisseur. If you're hungry and in a hurry, Acme's flash grocery delivery or pickup gets you fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. Fast, fresh, and right to your door. Acme Fresh Foods, local flavors.
All right. Is it cool if we just do one more?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think we have time. I'll make these stories kind of quick. Okay?
We do have time.
All right, let's play the next clip. Here we go.
And what's your most expensive bottle of champagne?
Mom's. It's on sale for $13.95.
Really? That's it? You don't have like a nice like $80 or $100 bottle or something?
You can get a whole bunch of Mom's.
Let's see if you know what movie that's from. All right, text word Zoom to get your clip, to get you the link. I'm sorry. So we'll do this. Red Lobster is bringing back Lobster Fest for 2025. And according to the company, the bigger and better, it's going to be bigger and better than ever. And they're calling this year's fest the Gloat, the greatest lobster fest of all the time. Gloat, G-L-O-A-T.
Because of lobster,
That's good.
And in keeping with that theme, there's a partnership with Blake Griffin, NBA All-Star. This year, you can create your own lobster lover's dream entree with your choice of 2 or 3 of their lobster dishes. And there are 10 dishes to choose from, including a lobster and shrimp linguine, lobster mac and cheese, lobster roll, garlic, butter, poached Maine lobster, boiled New England crab.
I hate lobster.
Blake Griffin has created his own lobster lover's dream, Blake Griffin's Way, that includes the lobster mac and cheese, garlic butter poached Maine lobster, and a rock lobster tail. And you can try it yourself if that suits your fancy.
So I'm not a lobster fan, but I am the Cheddar Bay biscuit fan.
Ooh, yes.
Do they sell those as a takeout item?
I would think so.
Sure.
They have to, right? And plus, you can go in and just like order a side and just some lobster thingies. Or
What is the rest of their menu like?
Better Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Are there
burgers? I haven't been in a long, long time. I know they do have steak. I remember that. But
You know what they should do if they don't already do this? But a lobster roll sandwich on Cheddar Bay biscuits.
That's a great idea.
That is a really great idea.
I love that idea.
Steve, I'm just looking. They have everything. They have pastas. They've got.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought they were primarily lobster.
Bowls and sandwiches, and then they have a lot of lobster. They have shrimp. They have
all kinds of seafood.
Yeah,
that was my birthday dinner for several years in a row. I loved it. And Casey was the one right near the Granite Run Mall. It's not there anymore. Nope. They went bye a long time ago. But I would go and have dinner at that Red Lobster, and then go see a movie at the movie theater. And I love that place.
All right, let's see if we can find a winner. We need an answer to what clip this movie is from.
And what's your most
what movie this clip is from.
expensive bottle of champagne?
Mom's. It's on sale for $13.95.
Really? That's it? You don't have like a nice like $80 or $100 bottle or something?
You can get a whole bunch of Mom's.
All right, we will go to Colin. See if he knows. Yo, morning, Colin.
Morning.
All right, my buddy. By the way, you drive with headphones on regularly?
He's a passenger.
My wife's actually driving.
Okay.
so he can't hear her.
So you guys don't have to talk. I got it.
Exactly.
All right, let's see.
Exactly.
What movie is that from, Colin?
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents. You're correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. Hang on, bud. Here's what we have for you, my man.
And by the way, hi to the little person sitting behind you, by the way, Colin. You won a $50 Acme Markets gift card. Hungry and in a hurry? Acme's flash grocery delivery or pickup gets you fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. Fast, fresh, and right to your door. Acme Fresh Foods, local flavors.
What year did that movie come out?
Meet the Parents?
99, I think.
Just because I know that I drink, Mom, so the price is definitely not $13 anymore.
Okay.
It's like mid-20s.
Well, the place he's supposed to be in when he purchases that is a place, I think it's Oyster Bay Sundries.
Okay.
And it's I know that store that they're trying to say that it is. Yeah, it's Long Island.
Came out in 2000.
Okay.
By the way. All right, one more clip and one more story.
How about a pickle? Can I eat the pickle?
Well, there's a lot of salt in it, but yeah, it's fine. I mean, it is a vegetable.
A lot of salt in the pickle? Okay, let me rinse it off.
All right. Let's see if you know what movie that is from. All right, order up one more order, and that's it. I know we've done a lot of fast food today. I like it. I try to incorporate some, finer dining, although we did do the best restaurants in the airports in the world. But this is just because spring is very close. With that comes sweet treats like Dairy Queen's Free Cone Day, making a comeback on March 20th. So for one day only, fans can enjoy a free small vanilla soft serve with no purchase necessary. And as a bonus, signing up for DQ Rewards by March 19th could score you free cones for a year.
Why the hell did I not sign up just for all of that? If I go to your store, I should just get your app, right?
Sure. Usually you're going to find some kind of a perk.
There's something. And then eventually, like, I guess during the pandemic, I started using a lot of the apps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did I wait to use these apps?
And they all have rewards programs. Wawa and Dunkin' especially, the rewards add up really fast.
By the way, I know this is really boring, but most of the time when I go to Dairy Queen, I get a small vanilla cone. I love it.
Vanilla
For whatever reason, I just love that soft serve vanilla flavor.
Boring. No. Vanilla, I agree. Vanilla is, you're talking about a base flavor, but you can also judge the quality of an ice cream place. If they're doing vanilla right, then you can move ahead.
So if that isn't enough, DQ is also celebrating St. Patrick's Day with the return of the Mint Oreo Blizzard. And they're rolling out a new $7 meal deal, which includes a cheeseburger or chicken strips, fries, and drink. Depends on if you go to the Dairy Queens that serve hot food as well. And even a sundae or a Blizzard for an extra $2.
Is this insane that sometimes the notion, and I used to do this as a kid, just eating like a waffle cone?
Just a cone?
In and of itself.
I used to eat just a cone on its own, like sugar cones.
Like a cookie or like you would eat it that way. I think they're delicious.
Yeah. All right, we will play this clip one more time, see if we can get a winner. Here we go.
How about a pickle? Can I eat the pickle?
Well, there's a lot of salt in it, but yeah, it's fine. I mean, it is a vegetable.
A lot of salt in pickle? Okay, let me rinse it off.
Okay. We are now going to go to via Zoom and...
It's you.
Chat with me. Oh. No, apparently we have Debbie, who we're going to check in with now. Hi, Debbie. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're fantastic. Thanks for joining us via Zoom this morning. We're going to find out if you know what movie that clip is from. What is it?
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. Bad Boys.
Absolutely. What you going to do?
Yes. Hang on, Debbie. We have this for you.
Hey, $50 Acme Markets gift card. Hungry and in a hurry? Acme's flash grocery delivery or pickup gets you fresh groceries in 30 minutes or less. Fast, fresh, and right to your door. Acme Fresh Foods, local flavors.
All right, and that is it for the Connoisseur segment. Thank you very much.
I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, it felt really good. Now, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to get to the Bizarre File. Before the Bizarre File, we're going to play kind of a mind blower of new music.
All right.
I don't even know what to say about this.
But you play it and then talk about it after.
Casey, is there a sweeper that identifies it?
I took it out.
Oh, good.
So
I want to be surprised.
When we come back, you guys won't guess who it is.
I don't want you to know who this is.
Okay.
If you have a radio, it's probably going to display who it is, but I would really be delighted to see if anybody can guess just by hearing it alone, because Casey and I couldn't figure it out yesterday.
If you are driving, close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Yes. Smart.
What a great idea.
But
you don't want to see it.
No.
Don't close your eyes now. Close your eyes when the song starts.
Yeah. All right, so
we're going faster so you get to work on time.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll play that song. We'll identify it, and then we'll get to the B file. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Preston and Steve.
He's connected with the animal.
Amazing.
He added that while being high on the drug, he picked up a scent and felt compelled to follow it. In 8 hours, he is believed to have traveled 15 and a half miles along the Czech-Polish border.
Not bad.
He's hauling ass.
Yeah.
But because the man did not have any drugs with him, he was only fined and will not face any further charges. So,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, this picture.
Pull it
all right, I did notice something else. I noticed.
More to be noticed.
I noticed this handwritten piece of paper.
He noticed a handwritten piece of paper.
This is the audio of Kathy from earlier this morning. Did she say bitted or not? She was talking about a woman that bit someone's finger.
All right.
Casey and I thought we heard bitted.
I might have heard bitted as well.
And she says it wasn't, but and texters have gone either way on this too.
Okay.
So it's nope.
Let's see.
She heard bit, and yes, I heard bit.
Well, I tell you what, if Kathy's right, passes to the movie on Wednesday night.
Okay, to who?
To Rogue One, to Kathy.
No, I mean to give to Kathy. Okay, sure. What were you gonna say?
There's a possibility that she said bit it, but I think she said bitted it.
Oh,
then I'm going to go with bit it.
I'm going with bitted it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Remember, there was also another woman who bit a woman's finger off.
Bitted a
woman's finger off. You heard it.
Wait, play it again.
All right, here we go.
Remember, there was also another woman who bit a woman's finger off.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, audio proof that Kathy said bit it.
No, I didn't.
Can I hear? I want to go.
Hold on, yeah.
Marissa is
Hold on,
she
here.
edited it.
Another woman who.
You ready?
Yeah.
In slow mo.
Okay.
Bitted a woman's finger off.
Play it from the beginning slow like that.
That's exactly what happened. I was there and the woman bitted the other woman's finger off. Did I tell you I was a cheerleader?
How about your winter activities?
My winter activities, I had to not do a few of them during the camp out. I nearly bitted my fingernails off, worrying about it.
Worrying about it.
Okay. All right, play it, Casey. Slow. All right.
Remember, there was also another woman who bitted a woman's finger off. Wait a second. That was all. Is that you?
What I said was bit it.
When are we going to do our wine club again? Where we get together and watch that Nick Lachey show.
Listen, what I said was bit it a woman's finger off.
Oh.
Like I like it that song.
Bit it a woman's finger off.
Oh, you're still gonna fight.
Yes. You just have to talk so fast with you guys because you either get cut off or shut down or you can't finish your story or your statement or a word. Exactly.
I'm like a falcon just waiting to jump in.
Not you, everybody
know.
in here.
Well, I do it the worst. I know.
Steve, can you do a little bit of the traffic in her voice? Somebody's texting you for that.
Okay, on the northeast-south conduit, traffic is backed up. And at the Woodcrest station, which sounds like a giant wooden lobster.
Seen their stand-up routine? I don't know, but you should. Please welcome. You know them from the Broken Lizard crew. We have Kevin Heffernan and Steve Lemmy who are here.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, good to see you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Fresh off the red-eye flight in from the West Coast.
Fresh off the red-eye. Yeah, we had to get here on time. You know?
Yeah, and we listened to your show all the way in.
Oh, I hope it was enjoyable. You
Dick tips.
Dick tips. Great runner. Great runner. Kowtowing. Best joke of the last 30 minutes. Kowtowing. Yeah.
And
Camel towing, man.
Kevin had a stranger sleeping on him.
Yeah.
On the way in.
A lovely elderly Asian woman fell asleep on my shoulder.
Now we were talking about your ability to prior to coming on. You rock the plane sleeping, no problem, but you cannot use a neck pillow.
No,
your body naturally forms a pillow that keeps your head up.
Yeah, I don't have a neck, so my head is just propped on my shoulders.
Yeah,
so my head doesn't tilt. You know, I can just sleep anywhere, sitting straight up.
So did you let her sleep on you?
Why not?
He didn't know.
Can we all get along? Can't we all just get along?
No, I woke up once. I was on a flight from Hawaii back to Philadelphia, and I woke up to there was a little bit of turbulence. Well, there was a lot of turbulence, and this huge man that was sitting next to me was like grasped onto my arm and like wrapping around me, and he was like, "I think we're gonna be okay." Okay.
That was his opportunity.
Come on. I guess so.
If I was sleeping on her, it would have been different. She would have been.
She would have been suffocated.
Yeah. She would have got rid of me in a second. I'd have pancaked her.
There's a nice space between these. I'll rest my head there.
Yeah.
It's an adorable picture.
Yeah.
It looks like you're smuggling her out of a country. And, but I envy you being able to do that.
Yeah.
Man.
And Steve, you have your arms folded too. I don't know how you can fall asleep in that position.
We were talking about that because I mentioned to you guys before coming on the device I purchased for Preston, which is this inflatable thing, sits on the tray table. Now, Steve, you are as good as Preston at sleeping on a plane, or no?
No. There's only one spot. I can only sleep on the right side of the plane on my right ear. I have to lean against the wall. Otherwise, I can't. My neck is too. I have too much thin neck to like even a neck.
Is that
pillow,
a syndrome?
I have thin neck syndrome.
Yeah, more giraffe.
TNS they call it.
TNS.
Yeah, I suffer from
but you
TNS.
have a specific. You know the specific seat you need. What is the specific seat you need?
The F.
The F seat.
The F seat. And that goes for life too, by the way. I'm always sitting in the F seat.
That's your autobiography title.
Yeah.
Steve Lemon, the F seat.
Life in the F seat.
Life in the F seat.
Life in the F seat.
Yeah.
They'll think it's a hip hop album. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, but I've just. and it'll screw up any sort of your long-term trip. If you go overseas, you ruin a vacation because you lose 2 days because you didn't sleep on the plane.
Yeah.
And I've never done that. I know you're flying mostly within the United States, but now you just got it down to when you get on. How long before you're asleep?
Like minutes. I recommend people have their necks removed, and then it's easy to sleep that way.
It really is unbelievable how you can sleep on. Like it pisses me off.
It pisses me off.
Yeah. Because sometimes like one of his eyes remains open for the sleep. Like you only know he's asleep because his mouth opens up.
Right.
But his eyes are open, and when his mouth is closed, you can talk to him. But when his mouth is open, that's how you know not to disturb him.
It's true.
So Kevin, you're acutely aware of the fact that Steve's going to be awake taking pictures.
Oh, that's
of you.
all he does of me. He takes pictures of me while I sleep, and I think
have a whole album
a
of
fetish. It's a fetish he has.
How do you fall asleep knowing that's going to happen?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't bother him.
I'm a performer. You know what I mean? I like to perform for people. So I walked into the bathroom, the airport bathroom, when I got off, and I had a gigantic drool stain all the way down my T-shirt too. So no, it was a good sleep. It was a good sleep. Yeah.
That is great, especially when you're walking off the flight. Everyone knows exactly what that is.
Hey, guys, I know that a lot of people were excited when they heard that Super Troopers 2 was going to start production this year. It happened in October. You guys
we shot it. Yeah,
you shot it. It's done?
It's done,
wrapped.
yeah. We're in the editing room now. Yeah, that's why we red-eyed out, because we were editing yesterday. So,
wow.
But we finished about first week of October, and we shot for 2 months up in Boston.
So with the with your stage show, and you guys go out and tour, and you've done it for a while. The other three, I guess, go off and do their deal. But
we're the funny ones.
You're the funny ones.
Yeah.
But I love your kind of your stage show is a synthesis of different things. It's a storytelling and stand up, and it's almost like an evening with.
Yeah, we each do a traditional stand up comedy set, but we also we come out together and we'll tell behind the scenes stories of the making of our movies. In fact, this weekend we're telling a fresh new story about Super Troopers 2.
A tease? Because
I'll tease it.
I'll
tease you, Steve.
Tease me like crazy. Tickle my ass with an ostrich.
I'll tease.
So tease, yeah. What is it?
I have a really exciting love scene in Super Troopers 2. I have a very exciting love scene.
Which Carlito's Way member do you look like?
No, it's me with my mustache, but I'm going mustache to mustache with Rodney Farva.
Wow.
Kevin and I have a love scene together.
Yeah.
Really?
We have a thing.
Yeah, we make out in this movie.
Yeah, we can't really give away how it happens, but it does happen.
Yeah,
I love that. I love because I was watching a lot of your stuff, and there's an elaborate Patrick Swayze encounter story that I thought was hilarious. And you, Steve, are a huge Patrick Swayze fan.
We're all Kevin and I are both big Patrick Swayze fans, but Kevin missed his opportunity to meet him because he was over at the free buffet table.
But you had a moment.
The window opened for a second, and Kevin was not
open
there.
Bar, dude.
What I loved about it is that you guys are, because you guys, you obviously have this degree of success, but you're just the same sort of guys that we all would be in the same situation. When you meet someone you're sort of a fanboy for, and you realized in short order that you were that annoying fan.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, we were like, we saw Swayze, and we ran down the list. Like we were like, all right, what should we say to Swayze? And we ran down the list. Yeah, Point Break, Young Blood, Dirty Dancing,
Roadhouse.
Yeah,
we were zipping through all the movies.
You were trying to pick the movie to lead with because you wanted to set the tone.
I was just gonna have him just like talk about every single movie he ever made.
Yeah.
And Kevin. We didn't think we were actually gonna speak to him, but Kevin walked away, and our Super Troopers producer came over and said, I know Swayze. Do you want to come meet him? He's about to leave though, so you have to come right now, which is why Kevin missed the opportunity. But then I got Swayze. I brought him over to a Japanese lantern in the corner of this party, and then I froze. I couldn't remember a single movie. And and then I was like, so is Swayze like your stage name or?
And you saw him do the non-discreet security hand movement that.
Yeah, he made a little signal. I caught it. I didn't register what was happening until Matt Dillon swooped in between us. With his back to me. He was like, "Excuse me, bub." And after about 60 seconds, I was like, "Oh my God." Swayze gave him the signal,
the help signal,
and they were not coming back to me. And I sulked and I walked away. And then Heffernan was waiting for me, and he was so fired up. He was like, "Oh my God, Patrick Swayze and Matt Dillon." everything. And I had crashed and burned.
So, in retrospect, what movie should you have led with had you have remembered? What is the ultimate Swayze movie to
Point
lead?
Break.
Oh, Point Break.
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Point Break or Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, too, yeah.
I should have gone with
I think Next to Kin gets
Great.
forgotten a lot.
Next
Great
of
movie.
Kin is
Yeah.
great. Black Dog is a deep cut, which is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ghost. I could go Ghost.
But you're a Dirty Dancing guy.
I'll
You're
do
a
Dirty
Dancing
Hey,
guy.
look, in Club Dread, I play a character named Juan Castillo.
Yeah.
And if you translate that into English, it translates into Johnny Castle, which is the name of Pete Swayze's character in Dirty Dancing.
Pete Swayze.
Yeah.
That's our homage.
That's homage. Yeah.
Wow.
Sofia Vergara's attorney, this is a follow-up, spoke out about the reports the actress is being sued by her own embryos and an ongoing legal battle with former fiancé Nick Loeb.
Are they going to put the embryos on stand?
I'm wondering if that's a bold legal maneuver or not, and if they'll try it, but we'll wait and see. The Right to Live lawsuit was filed on behalf of the fertilized eggs, listed as plaintiffs Emma and Isabella on Tuesday in Louisiana.
The defendant, Sofia Vergara. The plaintiff, her embryos.
Loeb and Vergara created the embryos in 2013, and Loeb has since been battling to have them carried to term and then taken to custody. And then he takes them to custody. The latest maneuver, this is according to her attorney, this latest maneuver is nothing more than another attempt on the part of Mr. Loeb to keep himself in the public eye by keeping himself linked to Miss Vergara. You notice that's always what lawyers say. This is another attempt at publicity.
Another shameless attempt.
They always go there.
We have every intention of putting the embryos up on the stand, and I will cross-examine them vigorously.
So there's the...
Look at you. You're not even developed. You have no arms or legs. You're simply an embryo. You're a gelatinous mass, and you show up here without even wearing a suit. You insult the court's team.
I think you should be held in contempt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not entertain this circus.
Loeb's suit comes just 1 week before it.
Besides that, you left a slimy trail all the way up to the stand. And everyone else will now slip in it.
And that might be a lawsuit.
That could be another
right
lawsuit
there.
in the making. And I am frankly shocked that the court would allow this to happen. We ask that anyone taking the stand, please clean up their slimy trails after them.
These from the Geeter bag.
Oh,
These are,
what are these?
These are Anderson peanut butter filled pretzel nuggets. That's what Casey snacks.
So the Geeter sends, sometimes you get these baskets that have Jerry Blavitt, sends these great baskets, but sometimes people will send these baskets where there's nothing good. Right. And it's a wonderful gesture. His baskets always have a lot of great stuff in them.
Yeah, I like the tower. Like you get all
That's
those
really
little
good.
boxes. Let's make it Friday officially.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you this morning by Pro Team Collision. If you find yourself in an accident, trust the pros at Pro Team Collision, your trusted auto body repair shop located in King of Prussia, and you can go to proteamcollision.com. Start with the story I saw this morning on the national news. The FBI has added a Canadian former Olympian accused of orchestrating a billion-dollar international drug trafficking organization that allegedly carried out multiple murders in Ontario to its 10 most wanted fugitives list.
Give me that medal back.
Ryan Wedding is wanted on a number of charges, and reward up to $10 million has now been posted for information leading to his arrest. There's a reward of $10 million for this guy.
It's astonishing.
Officials released a new photo of Wedding at a news conference and said they believe the former Olympic snowboarder is living in Mexico under the protection of the notorious Sinaloa gang, drug cartel.
Yeah. They're the number one. They deal in cocaine and maple syrup.
Wedding was first named in October alongside 15 other suspects, 9 of whom are also Canadian in connection with drug trafficking operation, which allegedly transported hundreds of kilograms of cocaine from Colombia through Mexico and Southern California and then eventually into Canada.
That's wild.
While most of those suspects are currently in custody, Wedding, who investigators said is their lead defendant, remains at large. Wedding and his alleged second-in-command, Canadian Andrew Clark, are also accused of directing a combined 4 murders in Ontario. Wedding faces a mandatory minimum penalty of life in federal prison for his part in the alleged criminal enterprise. This guy is an Olympian.
His events in the Olympics were the half pipe and the crack pipe.
Yeah, I believe it. A South Korean fighter jet accidentally dropped live bombs on a civilian area during a training exercise on Thursday.
Sorry.
Injuring multiple people. The MK-82 bombs, abnormally released by the FK-16 fighter jet, fell outside a firing range, causing unspecified civilian damage to the Air Force, that the Air Force had said in a statement. And reports of the number of people injured varied, but South Korea's Yonhap news agency put the number at 15, including civilians and soldiers. 2 of the injured were serious but not life-threatening.
It's amazing no one died.
At least 7 buildings were damaged. The Air Force said the fighter jet was taking part in the Air Force's joint live firing drills with the Army. It apologized for the incident and promised to establish a committee to investigate the cause of the accident and extent of the damage. The Air Force has not said where the accident occurred, but reportedly it happened in Pocheon, a city near the heavily armed border with North Korea. A Southwest flight was forced to return to its gate after a female passenger ran naked up and down the aisle for 25 minutes.
How come that never happens on my flights?
The moment came during a flight from Houston to Phoenix on Monday when the woman stripped naked in front of stunned passengers. Footage taken by a woman named Macy Estevez showed the woman who has not been identified bare her breast as she gyrated before the cabin of the Boeing 737. Estevez reportedly said that she continued parading on board for nearly half an hour before authorities stepped in and detained her. The Houston Police Department took the woman away for medical evaluations. However, the department did not say if they would be bringing charges or not. Southwest Airlines confirmed the incident as it apologized to passengers for the bizarre disruption. They said, "We've reached out to customers to apologize for the delay and appreciate their patience as our teams work to get them to their destinations as quickly as possible." It's unclear exactly what prompted the woman's outburst on the plane, and reports indicate she demanded to be let off of the aircraft during her stunt and exclaimed that she was bipolar. Passengers also said the woman tried to enter the cockpit during the flight as well. So
I tell you what, we could make a fortune were we to design or start a company that builds in-flight jails.
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right, 2 more quick stories. A Missouri man has been charged for the second time in a year with trying to engage in a sexual act with a seat on a train. This follows a slew of shocking transport-related stories that have already arisen this year. D'Angelo Covington was charged this week with 2 counts of misdemeanor sexual misconduct. A woman told investigating officers that she saw a man exposing himself on the Metrolink station. On the same day, police said the man took a train and he took out his genitals. When he arrived at Lamberton International Airport, he allegedly proceeded to have sex with the upper bar of one of the train seats.
No.
For about 10 minutes.
All right, you're going to have sex with a seat on a form of mass transit. What are you going to first?
Oh, mass transit?
Yeah. And an aircraft.
Oh, and an aircraft. Then I would definitely...
Aircraft.
First class seat, definitely.
So the incident was caught on surveillance video. He was released to the county jail about 10 weeks ago on sexual misconduct charges in June. He had been seen by a train engineer with his genitals exposed and attempting to engage in sexual activity with a seat then.
It's a super hot seat.
This is twice. All right, and then one final story. I had to share this one. A man says that he has filed a legal claim against his brother-in-law following a prank in which super glue was poured into his belly button while he was asleep.
That's a good prank.
In a viral post shared to Reddit, the man writes that his wife and her family are furious after he took his brother-in-law to small claims court, but he feels he had no choice. He said, a few months ago, we were at a family barbecue. I had a few too many beers, fell asleep in a hammock with my shirt off. My brother-in-law, who was completely sober, thought it would be hilarious to fill my belly button with super glue. At some point, I must have touched it because when I woke up, I had glue partially dried on my belly button and on my finger. We tried to remove it, but it was stuck. The glue had adhered to my skin, and when we attempted to peel it off, it caused some tearing around the edges. He explained that his insurance policy comes with a $1,000 copay for emergency room visits. He went to the ER anyway, as he could not remove the glue on his own. He said they used a solvent and ointment to remove the glue, and after everything, I was left a medical bill of $2,253. He asked his brother-in-law to cover the cost, and he refused.
No, the brother should have paid.
Yeah.
Reddit users are overwhelmingly shocked that the man's wife isn't on his side, with one writing, "I can't believe your wife isn't with you on this. Pranks shouldn't involve the ER."
That's because she's sleeping with the brother.
Maybe her own brother. So this guy is curious as to whether or not, he should have taken this guy.
I'm curious, too, if you were to leave crazy glue in your belly button,
if it would just stay there,
would there be any medical ramifications?
I don't know. It depends on how irritant it is to your skin. So, all right, and that is what we have in the Bizarre File this morning. All right, we do need to take a break. Has our guest arrived yet, Casey? Do you know?
I don't know. Not yet.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right, that's perfect. All right. So we are going to take a break, and as we are taking a break, I would like to officially welcome on the air our friends from Remington and Vernick Engineers. From Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They are here, and they won the random drawing for the Business Challenge at Camp Out for Hunger. They brought in 11,000 pounds of food to the Camp Out for Hunger. And while they didn't win first place, they certainly contributed, as did every business, to an amazing cause. And that, of course, is Phil Abundance. And so as a thank you, we chose a business at random outside of the top 3 winners that we have for the most donation. And these guys won. And we brought them in here. And our good buddy Steve Wilson of Wilson's Secret Sauce is supplying the food this morning.
Yes, quality stuff.
I've already dove in.
Yeah.
We're going to have these guys grab some good eats as well. And we are so happy they're here. The corporate headquarters are in Cherry Hill. 13 additional offices in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and North Carolina. And they're a consulting firm. They provide design planning, construction management, and inspection services to clients throughout the Mid and South Atlantic. And we're very happy to have them here this morning. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have the happiest man on the internet joining us here in the studio all the way from Austria. So we'll be back. Stay with us. Yeah,
You know who does that? Harry and David.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they got the...
Oh, yeah. They have a very good the holidays. He's the number one place to shop. It's a holiday season upon you. Harry and David are very good. Nick became full-blown, Shogun.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm interested in purchasing a tower of a delectable for holiday season. Your name is Macaroon. Cookie here. Cookie here. Brownie here. The chocolate covered the blueberry. I said the blueberry. Blueberry.
We don't have any blueberries.
Son of a bitch. I know you were coming to avenge me. He really did. He got very emotional.
I like the popcorn with the chocolate.
Oh, you got to do the you like the blueberries, right?
The Harry and David dark chocolate covered blueberries. And here's the difference. Here's where it all comes down to. They're actual blueberries covered in dark chocolate, as opposed to blueberry mush. Some other places do. This was once a blueberry before we treated it with radiation and whatever. But the Harry and David dark chocolate covered blueberries are blueberries.
Yeah. So when you had your surgery a couple of years ago, Steve,
you very kindly brought by like a whole supply of them.
Yeah, I bought 3 boxes of blueberries. Only gave you 2 of them.
Mate, I'm only learning about that now. Now I regret having the surgery. Hey! Is this a Harry and David?
He had dishonored you.
You make me rose face. In front of Harry and David, I will kill you. You have dishonored my tower of chocolate covered popcorn.
Nick, that was just so guttural, so raw. You're
Holy crap.
If that doesn't tell you how cold it is.
I mean, it's like an alien. I
don't
swear to God,
know
it's like
what does.
a thing from another planet.
2 sets of eyes.
Is that 2 or 3?
So to describe, just a moment. We had a number one. It just looked like a black mass that walked in through the door here, and then as this thing got closer, we realized that it's actually Pierre Robert. He's wearing a huge, thick, brown, black jacket. He has, of course, his hair flying out all over the place, and he has a huge hat on that's fuzzy, all kinds of fur all over it, which is fake, I'm sure. And then he has a pair of sunglasses, and then on top of that are a pair of spectacles. And his mouth is opening and closing.
Well, I'm trying to get a word in.
I'm just describing for the audience what we're seeing here.
He's trying to breathe.
So it's cold out.
Baby.
Yeah. I got to play that from Dean Martin later today. But I found this hat somewhere in my travels, and I go, this hat will make me look like a Ruski, and then I can hack into the U.S. political system. And
this actually makes you look. Who's the guy who's saying, I just want to stop and tell you how I feel about you? Do you remember that guy, the Canadian guy who was super hairy?
I never saw him. I know the song.
Yeah, it's just an amazing. You do look like Sasquatch with bad eyesight.
I could be totally speaking out my ass here, but Steve, do they do prescription sunglasses these days?
They absolutely do. Claire has, my wife has them, and they're absolutely manageable and doable.
what are you laughing at? These people are laughing
at your multiple sets of glasses.
People that give me funny looks while I'm driving because I'll have my sunglasses on and then my reading glasses below my sunglasses.
All right, this is the guy, Gino Vanelli.
Gino Vanelli is who she was
That's
talking
who you look
about.
like.
That song. And yes, it does look like him.
Well, there you have it.
For your love.
Yeah.
He's a handsome devil just like me.
Wait, so are your eyes dilated right now?
No.
Oh.
I could take them off.
Yeah, you can take them off. There you go.
Yeah, there.
You look like a Sasquatch safecracker.
This is Gino Vanelli, by the way, who Pierre looks like this morning.
It's this big black fuzzy fake fur hat with flaps. As I was leaving the premises, I'm thinking this will be good today. But you know, it's not the cold. There are bursts of wind. What?
I keep seeing Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, from the side when he turned sideways.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because it kind of looks like he have a mullet, and he actually brought it back.
Who's
a hockey player?
He's a hockey player, yeah. I shouldn't have used the sports reference.
I thought it was another movie thing that I'd missed.
No, it was a hockey
The Break
thing that you
Bad
missed.
Guys.
So Darth Vader's cousin.
Okay. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go.
Well, honestly, the picture's worth 1,000 words.
Oh.
We're putting it up.
It's the wind bursts that get you.
Yes, the wind chill.
So the cold is not so bad, but that wind is tough. So buckle up if you're going out.
Buckle up heartily.
Yeah.
Wear your warmest buckles.
Buckle up for safety. Buckle up.
And for warmth.
Yeah.
Sitting to my left, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Zemed.
Adrian Smed, I thought he was dead. Oh my God!
We're not kidding. We've been talking about you forever, right, Preston?
We have. We absolutely have. We are fans. Has anybody ever said to you, "I thought you were dead" before, though? That's a slight insult.
Well, actually, there was an episode of The Simpsons where I was in one of their musical numbers, and I popped out of a coffin saying, "I'm not dead."
Here you are in this play, and again, Middletown, and it's two couples, and there's sort of there's some comedy, there's some sadness, but it's the way they've grown over the years. And what drew you to this?
Exactly that. I'm used to, I've been through the Eastern Seaboard so many times with musicals.
Yeah.
And I'm used to just being drenched in sweat by the end of the show and doing it. And then I read this play, and it was such a simple play. It's just about two couples who have dinner every Friday night for 33 years.
Right.
They're best friends, and they're normal people, and life happens to them. And it truly is a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, we suck you in by all our little charming quirks that the couples have and everything, and then life happens. there are tragedies in life that you have to deal with, relationship problems with your spouse and everything. But what is the great fascinating thing about this play is that the words speak for themselves. I'm actually first generation Romanian, so my family came to America for their kids to be doctors and lawyers, and I come up to my dad and say I'm going to be an actor. And it's like the funny thing about him is I won him over. I literally out of acting school, I got one of the last national tours of the original Grease, and we were playing in my hometown of Chicago.
You were playing Zuko.
Yeah, I was playing Danny, and we were going into a very big theater into Chicago, and there was and nobody really knew very much about Grease at that time.
Right.
The movie had not come out yet. It was just a hit on Broadway, and there were a few national tours. So the company manager said, "Look, we're having a lot of trouble with this opening night. We're going to paper the house. Tell your dad that you can invite the entire congregation." So,
oh man, that's a
I didn't mention that my father is a priest, an Orthodox priest.
Right,
they can get married.
And Greece is
Eastern Orthodox priests can get married.
Yeah. Greece is very profane.
Oh God,
yeah,
yeah. The stage show.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'm giving the finger on the show, and it's just like the original Grease was not meant for kids. It was meant for adults looking back on their lives in high school.
So he brings down the congregation.
So there were 500 Romanian people screaming and yelling, and they had their gypsy violins, and they were going singing the act. Every time I came out, there was a big cheer. It was then that my father was won over, and he kind of, although he didn't understand when I ended up getting television and film when I was doing TJ Hooker. he didn't really understand what that was all about. So he says, You work for 1 hour. What you do rest?
Thank you so much, Kathy. And again, thank you to Remington and Vernick Engineers. We're here this morning with the Business Challenge random drawing from Camp Out for Hunger 2024. They donate 11,000 pounds of food to the cause, and we're giving them this little gift this morning, a little thank you.
Well deserved.
And some free food and a little hang this morning in the studio. And they get to be here in person to witness our next guest. I originally saw him on a short feature on ABC News. It was a national broadcast, and it was in the early morning, the pre-Good Morning America show. And I said, we got to get this guy on the show. Tracked him down. We had him on live from Austria, where he was from, and we did a quick interview.
He was outside. It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous. And Marissa found out he was coming to the States. He was going to be in New York, and got in touch with him and said, can you come down to Philly for a little bit? And here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Peter Mairhofer to our show. Hi, Peter.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. It is nice to see you in person.
I'm so happy to be here. Really, thank you for the invitation. And I'm very excited.
Excellent. So do you remember our conversation that we had we did via Instagram or Zoom? Yeah.
Sure. How should I forget it, really? It was such an experience for me, staying in the forest and having a conversation with you in Philadelphia.
It was wild because we will talk to people who are one town over and the connection is not as good. And we were talking to you out in the middle of the forest, and it was really good. But this is kind of your thing, being out and about, recording video. Are you a bit of a tech guy, or?
Yes, I mean, I was having a camera and was filming things since I'm a little child.
Okay.
And I always loved to do that. And I think that's how I got into it when I was gifted a little camera as a little child.
Yeah. And you
but
stuck with
actually, it was more luck that I had a connection in the forest than a plant.
So the animals don't have a Wi-Fi system.
No.
What were you doing in New York, or what are you doing in New York in the area?
Actually, it was very spontaneous for me to come here to New York. And I mean, I did the ABC News interview, and I did the interview with you. And a third of my followers on Instagram are from America, especially from New York. And I have a connection with America since a long time, and I love to come here. So it was like I should come back.
Yeah. We talked to you and said, well, please, when you come back, make sure you come into the show.
Yeah.
And so your numbers, though, the people following you skipped up dramatically, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people are following me lately, what makes me very happy. And it's so funny because I just film who I am and what I'm doing, and the people like it.
They do. So Peter films these wonderful nature scenes of him in the outdoors of Austria, enjoying what you should enjoy. It's so stunningly beautiful there. But sometimes things happen on your videos. I've seen you fall down multiple times. In your most recent one, you accidentally got dirt in your mouth as you were trying to smell some moss, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever smelled moss?
I
actually have.
Probably.
Yeah.
And what I love in that video is you hold it up to the camera and you go, see how this smells? No, I can't see how it smells. I have to smell how it smells.
You have to use your imagination.
Yeah, I guess you do. So, growing up, were you in the mountains a lot as a kid?
Yes, absolutely. My parents brought me out into the nature when I just learned how to walk. So we've always been up on the mountain, and my father and my mother, they showed me all the beautiful places, and I have this connection to the nature since I'm like a little baby child. And that's why I also now, as a grown-up man, still love to be outside, because it reminds me of my childhood.
It's beautiful. And when my wife and I went to Switzerland a number of years ago, and I hiked a trail up the side of the Matterhorn. I didn't ascend it to the summit, but I hiked up. The thing that blew my mind is how thirsty you get at higher altitudes. So, I mean, you have lived your life on the mountain. You don't suffer from any sort of altitude situation, do you? I assume you've been acclimated since birth, right?
Well, I also feel the air getting thinner the higher I get, and it's really intense and exhausting, and sometimes the people don't see it in my videos, but when I'm not filming, I'm like breathing.
Really? So even you?
You just don't see it. And sometimes I take a break and I'm standing there on the edge of the mountain, I'm like, what am I doing here really?
Are you doing any hiking here in the United States?
I would love to, really. I want to go see the nature here in America as well, and I want to plan a trip. Just at the moment, everything is so busy, and there's so much things I would love to do, and I just can't, because at the moment so much things are going on, what I'm also very happy about it.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Preston?
So you're also a model. You do photo shoots and things like that. Does that keep you busy?
Yes, it's getting busier now. I mean, I also, I cannot say that I work as a full-time model all the time, because you never know what happens as a model. Every month is different, and you can never surely say the money that I made will be enough to
sustain you?
Yes, exactly. But at the moment, it's always getting busier, what makes me very happy. And I have a nice campaign shoot when I come back from New York now. It's for Freeletics. And
Freeletics is the exercise system that you promote and you yourself do.
Yes.
And so you have to be their official model and spokesperson, correct?
Yes, I'm working very close with Freeletics together now for 1.5 years. And I really love this brand because it's, for the people who don't know it, it's Europe's #1 fitness app. And it's really amazing if you want to get into fitness and do something for your body, but you don't feel comfortable to go into the gym. And so you can work out where you want and when you want. And I think it's a really nice way to do something for your body without forcing yourself to go into the gym.
If you're uncomfortable, I think I was checking out the app and all that. It is a more fluid
adaptable system. It looks like it's pretty comprehensive.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can choose between a lot of different options. You can choose if you want to build up muscles or get a better endurance or do some stretching. And there's so much different ways how you can use the app. And I think it's a very modern way to do something for your body and for your mental health.
Okay.
How long are you in the States for?
I'm staying here now for 1 week.
Okay, so do you have any plans to travel outside of the northeast part of the country?
Actually not. So right now I'm in Philadelphia, what makes me very happy because I've never been here.
Oh, cool.
So exciting, really. I was talking to Sam, to the driver who brought me here, that for him everything is normal, but everywhere I look, it looks so crazy and different than in Austria.
So this is interesting. My wife's a very close friend of hers from lives in France. She's French, and they hadn't seen each other in decades. And she came to visit us here in Philadelphia. We took her down to the shore, and we're walking around Wildwood, and she used a word that I would never use to describe Wildwood, Pennsylvania. She called it exotic. Yes. And I'm like, okay,
for them,
not the word I would describe, but I guess if you're not from here,
or a French
that
person,
can certainly seem exotic to you.
The thing I was going to ask you, Peter, is that the northeast part of this country is great. The city of Philadelphia is a fantastic city. Obviously, New York's, the capital of the world. But if you truly want to experience like hiking, the western part of this country is incredible. And there are so many cool national parks out west. I want to hike a mountain with you. I'm just going to put that out there right now.
I want to go there. Do you have bears?
Yes.
Oh, yes. We do have bears.
We have
wolves. We got bears. We're going to take you to Yellowstone. Yellowstone National, it's probably the greatest national park. It's the first national park in the world, and they got bears and wolves.
Wow, I want to go there, really. I want to see a bear.
So
they look
sounds
so
like me.
cute.
So, Peter, Nick has hiked Kilimanjaro. He's also done Rainier, and a few other large summits. Are there any large mountain summits that you have tackled, or is it mainly in Austria that you stay?
No, I've only hiked in Austria from now, and the highest mountain I've been was like 3,200 meters high.
Okay.
Yes,
close to 10,000 feet. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I've been to Austria. I went there when I was a teenager and went to Salzburg and loved it. It was beautiful. And we did the Sound of Music tour.
Yeah, I did it too. It's
while
so
we were
great.
there. And it was wonderful. Is the Sound of Music, is that an important film in Austria? Because it is here in the United States.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think it's more important in America than in Austria. But I am planning a trip to go at the exact same place where is there like this beautiful field, this green one with the mountains behind. I want to go there because people keep commenting under my post that I should go to this place. And I've never been there, so I want to go there.
How far are you, where you live in Austria, from that area?
I think it's a 2 hours drive with the car.
Okay.
I don't want to disappoint you. I learned this recently. There was extra footage on the Sound of Music Anniversary Edition when she's doing that. Julianne does the beginning of Sound of Music, and you have the vistas
Is it
there.
not
and they,
there?
Well, it's there,
but it's like
they
an
added,
hour away.
Well, they also added trees that weren't there. The creek she's dancing by was created.
Right.
I mean, it's gorgeous, but they did a little manipulation. But I mean, you would have to, especially you, would have to go and at least sing a little bit while twirling around. It's an obvious, right?
It's true. I can tell you when I get there, I will show you the naked truth, how it really looks.
You're gonna rip the lid off of it. Yeah.
So, Peter, you've been labeled the happiest man on the internet, and I'm curious what your family is like. Are they also very positive and happy? You mentioned your sister in some of your videos.
Yes. I think my family is very similar to me. We are very close, and also my sister, she loves to be outside, and she's really my soulmate. I cannot say that I have a best friend because my best friend is my sister. And we do everything together, and we understand each other by just looking at each other. And I have this connection not only to Jessica, she's 2 years older than me, also to my other sister, Sarah, and also my brother. And we are all very close, yes.
Are any of them active on social media?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's
I'm the
you.
only one.
Okay.
Do any of them model?
Sorry?
Are any of them models as well? Or
my brother used to model in his teenage years, and it's also for me like I saw that he did it, and it was something that I also wanted to do, but he did it for just like 2 years, and then he stopped it, and he's working now as a painter. We are like a painting family, construction worker. I also worked a lot of years as a construction worker, as a painter in my father's company.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yes.
that's cool. And how old are you?
I turned 28 on the 5th of February this year.
28?
Yes.
Wow. He looks
And you know,
20.
actually, I
You
was
look like you're
looking
20.
forward
Yeah, yeah.
to turn 28 since I'm like 12 or 13. I don't know why, but I was like always, the people who are 28, they are like, they have the perfect age, you know?
Yeah.
They are a little bit grown up, but still look very
Young.
cute, you know?
Yeah. they look cute. You're also, did I read this correctly? You're a licensed hairdresser?
Yes, exactly. I did all my exams as a hairdresser.
Did you work as one?
Yes.
Okay.
I broke up the school because I was like, no, it's not the right thing for me. And I also don't want to study. I want to be my own boss and I
Right.
want to work. And I started to be a hairdresser. And I think it's a very beautiful job. But I couldn't imagine to stay in the saloon 5 days a week from morning till evening.
Well, you could clean. I mean, if you're familiar with the movie called Shampoo with Warren Beatty,
Yes.
he cleaned up 10. You'd be a millionaire many times over.
You can just do it in the mountains. You know, you don't have to be inside. You can just set up outside.
I
Put a chair where
cut
Julie
the hair
Andrews
from
yeah.
the cows and the sheep.
But that explains why he always has good hair when he's hiking.
Peter, your English is fantastic. It's really impeccable, and your accent is adorable. What other languages do you speak? Because most Europeans speak several.
I mean, I learned French in school for 1 year, but I cannot even make one sentence in French.
So mostly just German and English?
Yes, it's German and English.
Okay.
And I mean, Austrian.
By the way, I want to use the term baby child from now on.
When I was a baby child.
Say baby child.
Yeah.
Which is a good one. You have a big fan in a gentleman that's sitting right next to you. This is our midday host. He is a legend in Philadelphia in the world of broadcasting. So Pierre Robert wanted to come in and say hello because you follow him on social media, right, Pierre?
Stutzen. I was watching one of the videos. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
And he is teaching you how to say, I wear boots that protect my ankles in the snow. And
Gamaschen.
Maschen, but didn't you say Stutzen too?
Yes, you can either say Gamaschen or Stutzen. But usually in Austria we say Gamaschen.
I always prefer Gamaschen, personally. Your hair is so perfect in every one of these videos, but I don't know if it'll come over. This one, your hair is not perfect, but I love the video. I'm just going to play it on my phone. And it starts where you're on top of a mountain, as you're always on top of a mountain. And then you decide you want to run down the mountain. Let's see if it'll come through or not. I don't.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, turn your audio up.
Turn my audio up and press.
Pierre's our tech guy.
We're going down from this mountain now. We will
run. There it's escalating.
Oh my God! Help me! Okay, that was fun. So how are we going down?
That was fun.
I mean, what cracks me up is you seem to put yourself in impossible stress-like positions or put yourself into places, and then you it seems for a moment, I don't know if it's a little bit of acting or not, but it seems like you get a little afraid and you go, oh, there's one where you're walking on ice and you're shirtless for F's sake. And you're walking on ice and, it's probably 5 degrees outside and you're walking on ice laughing. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, I can't imitate the way but the ice is getting thinner and you have a fear. Every so often your videos show an element of you freaking yourself out.
Yes. I also don't know how. I'm always getting into situations like this, but at this moment when I was running down the mountain, I didn't have any other options because I was like hiking for 4 hours into the wilderness and suddenly I found this group of deers, and I was following them for another hour into the wilderness. And suddenly I was standing on the edge of this mountain looking down, and I saw that the sun is slowly disappearing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, it takes me like 2 or 3 hours to get back to my car. And this place was actually called Wolfsklam, what means Wolf's Valley. So I was actually looking for wolves there, and I don't want to be inside of this place when it's getting dark, you know. So I was like, I cannot just calmly walk back to my car. I have to run because I want to be back at my car before it's getting dark. And yes, the thing with the frozen lake, don't ask me why I was going on this lake, really. And I mean,
well, why were you going on the lake shirtless?
Because
you can. Yeah. I think if any of us had a body like you, we would all go shirtless on an ice-filled lake.
I think the main problem was that my shirt was soaking wet from hiking up to the mountain.
Oh, wow.
And I had to put it off.
I think
and
you're
I was
BSing
trying
us. You wanted to take your shirt off because you look great with your shirt off.
Thank you for that.
Hey, I wanted to ask you a question. Peter, obviously you're in great shape, as Pierre was saying, so you probably watch what you eat. Have you ever had American barbecue food before?
Like a sausage or?
Well, not quite. So there are things called brisket and pulled pork.
Pulled pork, I know this one.
You've had pulled pork?
Yes,
okay.
I've had it, but not in America. I've eaten it in Austria, and I have to say, I'm not eating so much meat. I'm eating meat, but I'm not, for example, I don't eat steak because we never ate steak in my family. So when I'm eating it, I feel uncomfortable.
Okay, all right.
We have Impossible. We have non-meat meat, which is they do a great job. This place here.
Yes.
So it's meatless meat.
Wow.
So, yeah.
How is that happening?
It's made of vegetable products, but it tastes like meat.
Okay,
it's kind of interesting.
I mean, I'm happy about that these kind of products are existing now for people who don't eat meat.
Right.
I have to say I haven't tried so many of them yet.
Well, if you're not much of a meat eater, we won't make you try any barbecue this morning. And also, there's a signature sandwich in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Called a cheesesteak. We're famous for it. And if you ever come to Philadelphia, you had to try that. But if you don't eat meat, then
I would definitely try it.
You would
for
try
sure.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Are this the meatless?
I have some
You
barbecue.
have it here. Oh my God! What's going on?
So this is hang on. This is brisket right here, and this is Impossible. So this is the fake meat.
Oh.
But it's really, really good. And this is the real meat. You can try whichever one you want.
Which one do you prefer?
Well, believe it or not,
I like the Impossible.
The
It's
Impossible.
from Wilson's Secret Sauce, but it has barbecue sauce on it. Have you ever had barbecue sauce?
Yes, I like barbecue.
Oh,
sauce.
okay.
Let's try the original before.
Okay, so he's going to try a little bite of the
We might need a napkin for
the brisket sandwich. Yeah, we might need a napkin. I'm not sure.
Right here, Preston.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And here is an
My God, I look like a mess already.
You're okay. You never really look a mess.
I'm happy that it's radio and not video.
Well, it's also video.
And how does
really? Where's the camera?
They got cameras all over the place. Yeah.
All right, how does that taste?
So good.
Okay,
Really.
good. You like
I
that?
love the sauce, the barbecue sauce.
All right.
Now
very
the other
good.
one is the meatless meat. If you want to take that out for a spin with your mouth full of food
My
right
God,
now.
I took my bite was too big, really.
What is a signature food dish of Austria? Would it be schnitzel? We hear
me
about
just
that quite a
swallow
bit.
this piece of-
Yeah, sure. He said, Preston, shut up and let me eat. Would you shut up and let me eat for a minute here? I know. Not a good idea to give someone a bite to eat and then
Well,
start
a
asking them a
giant
series of
steak on
questions.
top of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I took such a huge bite. Really, what's wrong with me?
So, yes, before you have a next bite, if we go to Austria,
Yes.
what is the one thing we should get to eat?
Yeah, the schnitzel.
The schnitzel.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Schnitzel is the number one traditional food, but we have so much good things going on, like Kasspatzeln or Kaspressknödel or...
What about
Frühstück.
Fasnacht?
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 You ever heard of that?
Who? Nackt? You know, nackt means naked in Austrian.
I think that's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing.
I thought maybe it had German connections or something.
Like originally, but not so much anymore. Peter, this is a really stupid and unfair American question, but you kind of sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit to me. And your accent is similar. Are you guys near? Did he grow up in an area near where you grew up?
Actually, what I know, Arnold grew up near Graz, what is a very different city. Yeah. It's more close to Vienna. And I'm like on the very other end of Austria. I'm like to the corner of Germany. So I'm pretty far from the place where Arnold grew up. But I think... I don't know why we sound similar, really.
It's to American ears. Yeah. It's so it's the way we tend to be reduce. Well, everyone from the United States talks like this, but it's just the way we do it because it's easier to process it. But we all. We do hear that. Of course, you get the Frozen thing a lot, right? From the animated movie.
Big summer blowout. You have this as a button.
I do. I have it as a button.
Play it again. Big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
I love that. So let me try this vegetable.
Before you do, what kind of music do you like?
Because
I don't want to ask you that and take a bite because it might take a while for the answer.
So I listen to so much different kind of music. It's always about my mood. On the train ride when I came here, I was listening to Empire of the Sun. I don't know if you know these guys.
Absolutely, yeah.
I really love them, and I think their music is so chill and relaxing, and it always brings me down, and I can find my thoughts, and I really like them. And
I
they
do as
brought
well.
out a new album, and I really like it.
They're kind of an altish, what we call alt rock or vibe,
Yes.
but they go on a number of different stations. So and they're Australian, are they not? Or where do they come from? Where do they hail from?
I have no idea. I'm just listening to them.
Just listening. Anything else besides that you're a fan of?
Yes, I'm also very thrilled for the new Lady Gaga album now.
Okay.
Yes. I wish her a lot of success with that, and I think she's back to who she always was, and I'm very happy for her and her new album.
She's in New York this weekend, by the way. So do you know there's a TV show called Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Yeah, and she's the host and musical guest of SNL this weekend.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
I am hoping to see her somehow.
You might. She was known to walk around the city, so yeah.
Could she sing a little bit of Bad Romance?
Yes, I love Bad Romance. I think it's the best song she ever released. And I also listen to hard techno sometimes when I'm in the gym, and I love also indie music. And there's this artist M83.
Yeah.
Yes, I love their music, really. I think it's very emotional, and the songs of them are like a whole journey. Like they start and they build up, and I really feel songs of them. I'm sitting there and my heart makes a beat when I'm listening to them.
Yeah, that's what it does. Are you familiar with the band Ghost?
Yes, I know them.
Yeah. So we play Ghost on this station.
Oh, that's amazing, really.
Yeah. We've had Tobias, right? That's
Tobias Forge.
In the studio. So yeah.
Yes, that's very cool. But I also like artists like Amy Winehouse, for example. I really love her, and I think it's so sad that she's gone.
It is.
And I keep listening to her music. And also Avicii is one of my favorite DJs, and I think most of the really good ones are gone already, and I love listening to them still.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
All right, let's have you try a bite of that, and then we have to take a break.
Okay.
Because we do have another guest who's going to be joining us here in a moment. All right, so he's trying the Impossible cheesesteak because we don't have a real cheesesteak here. Oh, and you still have barbecue sauce on your face.
I don't know how to eat properly.
From Wilson's Secret Sauce, and
that's also very good.
Isn't it? And it's not meat.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Soft.
Right?
So, yeah.
It's not so hard to chew.
Yeah. All right.
But also so good. The barbecue sauce is amazing.
So a word of advice after having this food now, don't go back and stand on that ice again because you put on about 12 pounds.
It's true, really.
Well, listen, do you want to stick around for a little while? You want to stay here for a few minutes?
Sure.
You have some time?
Yes, I'm only here for that.
Okay, very good. So we do need to take a break because we have a guest on the way. We'll go ahead and get a round of applause for Peter.
Yeah!
Peter Mairhofer. happiest man on the internet. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a moment. And we have Alfonso Ribeiro who's going to be joining us. And we'll see what else we can get into. Stay with us.
You are a bum. I got into this business because I wanted to be an actor.
Right.
That's it. I never even wanted to do television and film. I just
Okay.
wanted to work in theater.
Right.
That's all I ever wanted to do. And then one thing happens, and then you're just whisked away, and suddenly you're in Hollywood, and you're doing all this stuff.
You're good friends with William Shatner, right?
Yeah, I'm actually. We're currently working on a few projects with his production company. Actually, we're letting it out right now. We're actually thinking of bringing Hooker back.
Oh, that'd be
in a comical way.
That'd be awesome.
Perfect. Bill is 88. Yeah. But the funny thing about it is that when we did Hooker, Bill pretty much did push the envelope on asking for ridiculous things for Hooker to do.
Okay.
I mean, we had like technical advisors from LAPD there, and he said, "Look, no, I got this idea. How about I just run over to the helicopter, and as it's going up, I just grab onto the rung of the helicopter, and when we're up in the air, I take my gun out and I go, bring it down." And the TA standing there going, nobody would ever do that.
The top text here says, poor man Travolta, my ass.
Yeah.
He made Bachelor Party, which is an absolute, it's one of my favorite films, and you have one of the best lines in the movie, I think personally.
Look at the cans on that pinball.
Well, you're telling him, man, I really would love to have a relationship
I would love
like
to have this relationship that you have, and someday I'll have kids and be happy, and hey, look at the cans on that pinball. You know, that movie, Tom and I lived very close to each other, so we lived in Studio City, and the soundstage that we were shooting this at was in Culver City, so it was a pretty good distance to go on the 405 freeway.
And you've been on Bosom Buddies, right?
Yes, yes. I played Johnny Midnight, his boyhood friend from camp.
So you knew him?
Yeah. And we'd carpool to work because we could go in the carpool lane and everything. And as every day after we get in the car and we go, our careers are over. Our careers are really over. What are we doing?
Yeah.
This is going to be terrible.
Yeah. No.
All we did was show up for 13 hours a day and goof off.
Yeah.
Almost nothing of what the script originally was in there. We just ad-libbed. We just goofed off. And honestly, some of the funniest scenes in the movie never made it into the movie because we had gotten an X rating.
There's a horse scene. There's a horse
a donkey show.
Let me tell you about this. The donkey actually died.
What?
They brought him back to life.
No.
They literally shot him with some shot of something for him to go, and then he keeled over. And his heart stopped.
Oh my God!
And we've got all these people. There's like 100 extras. Many of the girls are half naked and everything. We're all standing there going, "Oh my God! They killed the donkey!"
Dear Lord,
You resurrected a donkey, Adrian Cement?
and they did the whole adrenaline thing. You know what I mean? They put the
Oh my
thing in his
God.
heart, and he came back.
The donkey snorts 3 lines of coke.
Yeah,
You definitely could.
it's a real good kids movie. I'm really proud.
You're thinking your career's over, but no.
And then, honestly, when we saw the first cut, it was like, but Tom and I looked at each other. This is funny. What the hell happened?
Is there any chance you could go back and re-release a director's cut by any chance, or is it too late?
Back then, they didn't save that kind of footage.
Now they do all the time.
And they do it all the time because of everything they do. But honestly, there was one scene that was absolutely hysterical. So we're the bachelor, the party's not going very well. The hookers haven't showed up. We're sitting in the hotel room looking at a Shirley Temple movie. Right. And it's just not going well.
The hookers go to the wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I say, Rick, let's go downstairs and get something to eat. I'm hungry. So we get into the. I'm not gonna do this to say this on radio. This was cut. I said, sit in this booth. This is the best booth in the place. So he sits in there. And all of a sudden, you hear a zipper sound. His eyes light up. Right. There's a girl underneath who is
taking care of him,
going to give him a happy ending of some sort. So I, saying my gift to you.
Yeah.
And we see the minister who's going to marry him walk into the restaurant and go, "Oh, Father, over here, come on, over here." So he comes to the edge and he starts having a conversation with us. And Tom's going, "Oh, Jesus. Oh, Mother of God. Oh, Mother Mary and Joseph." Oh, he's writhing and everything. And I say, he always says grace before he eats. So.
That's great.
He can't take it anymore. He gets up and runs out. And I said, "Father, sit here. It's the best seat in the house." Close up on his face, you hear the zipper sound, and his eyes go like.
That's great.
Didn't make it in the movie. We had offended everybody else. They didn't want to offend the Catholics.
It's so freaking funny.
You and Tom were friends. Could you tell then what a talent he was and what he was going to go on to
And
be?
honestly, one of the nicest guys in the business. Everything that's ever happened to him, he deserves every bit of it. He's a great, great guy.
That's great.
Very talented.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you.
A lot of people don't know this, but Tom was not originally cast in that role, and neither was Tawny Katane.
Tawny Katane was the it girl of the time, and she was the White Snake videos. It predates, I think, the White Snake video.
Who was?
Well, we shot 1 month with the other cast.
Who was it?
Oh, no way.
It was Paul Reiser.
Really?
And Kelly McGinnis.
Oh, my goodness.
Did they get fired?
Well, the producers just felt there wasn't a chemistry going on and everything. And Tom, they had just seen a screening of Splash.
Okay.
Oh.
And they said, we really need to get that guy
that's like
for this.
I couldn't even imagine. And Paul Reiser's talented, man, but
he's great.
He just doesn't have the kinetic.
He was very funny.
Was he?
He was very funny.
Yeah.
There just wasn't a chemistry that was going on.
That's happened before. Back to the Future. Eric Stoltz was. They filmed for quite a while with him in the lead role. And
the scene where he falls and hits his head. That's Eric Stoltz's head. When he falls out of the tree, bonks his head on the.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Eric Stoltz.
Wow. Okay.
Did not know that.
It's if you've never seen Bachelor Party, and it's worth going back for a visit. A number of people also texting in asking if we're going to bowl tonight, Adrian.
It's funny. I've had the great fortune and lucky to have 2 cult classic movies that are really. They're targeting completely different people.
Yeah.
And it's just really kind of cool after all these years. In theater, which is really my first love, and that's why I still do theater. If I'm going to be doing television and film, I'd rather be behind the camera these days. But if I'm going to act, I'd rather be on a stage because that is the actor's medium. It's electric. It's like a drug. Yeah. And Grease, too, it was an opportunity to put it was my Danny Zuko that I put on film.
Right, because you weren't. They had to created another character, which is basically Danny Zuko.
Yeah,
and it was a weird thing because you had Grease comes out. You have Travolta's on a meteoric rise. You have Olivia Newton-John. You have all these big stars in, and then they go with Grease 2 and they cast. Not unknowns, but
they actually did something really kind of. They took a big chance.
Yes.
In what they did. They did not. It was very unique what they did. They also created they created a musical that was never a proven hit on Broadway.
Right.
So none of these songs had ever been heard. It didn't have a track record or anything. And a lot of people, Grease 1 obviously was a massive, huge success. But Grease 2 didn't actually do badly. It in its theatrical release, it made about $80 to $100 million.
I watched
at that time, and people think that it wasn't as big. But today, it outrents and outsells Grease 1.
Really?
It's more kid-friendly, and it's actually more of the essence of what Grease, the original Broadway show, was about. It was about all the T-Birds. It was about all the pink ladies. Whereas the movie of Grease became a vehicle for John and Olivia. In the play, Kanicki sings "Grease Lightning," not Danny.
That's true.
It's his car.
Yeah.
Everybody has had a song in the Broadway show to tell you their story, and that's what. So it's more of an ensemble piece. And Grease 2 was directed by Pat Birch, who was the choreographer of the Broadway show. So she wanted me to do that role badly because they wanted to put a rock star in that role because there weren't any known faces. Michelle had just done, I think, Hollywood Nights.
This is Michelle Pfeiffer
with Tony Danza.
Right.
At that point, it wasn't a big hit or anything like that.
remember it,
And Maxwell Caulfield was not. He was an English actor, but hadn't done much. And they really wanted a rock star in that role, but Pat wanted me to do it. So she strategically brought me in. After they would see like one of Casey and the Sunshine Boys or one of the Gibb brothers or whatever, and then I went in and said, "All right, it's still his. All right, it's still." Until after 12 callbacks, they finally said, "All right, it's his role."
Well, honestly, I watch it every time it's on. It has a good energy to it. You're, again, sort of a self-deprecating, funny guy. The whole bowling sequence is pretty, you can't help but get swept up in it, and it has its own energy. And to this point, you had a lot of talented people involved with it.
Yeah, a lot of people came out of that thing. Even the Seagal twins went on. The girls who were the cheerleaders went on to have their own series.
You have a lot of fans in Philadelphia, and to prove that, I'm gonna show something to you. I don't know if anybody has made you aware of this or not, but I think Steve made an offhand comment one day about somebody getting an Adrian Zemed tattoo. So we do this feature every Tuesday called Tattooesday. People come in and actually get a tattoo from our show. It's called the Preston and Steve. They'll get a tattoo with us in it, and we've been doing it for years and years and years. We had a guy who called in and volunteered to get an Adrian Zemed tattoo.
God, I'm looking at it right now.
This is a guy. That's your face on his right pec. It's huge. This was within the last year.
Within the last year, yeah.
Yeah, that we
and the
had
guy
this done.
eagerly came in.
Please tell me that's not permanent.
That's permanent. That's a real tattoo on this man's
So when
chest.
he's 90 years old and I look 90 on his chest.
Yes.
What was I thinking?
So we took a picture of you from Grease 2, and that is now permanently on this guy's chest, Adrian.
This reminds me of something that Sally Struthers said about tattoos back when we were doing Grease. She said, "Oh yeah, back in the '60s, I was a flower child. I got a tattoo of a butterfly on my butt. Now it's going into its."
We're so delighted.
WMMR.
Thank you very much, Kathy, and thank you also to our friends who are here in the studio with this morning. We have the Camp Out for Hunger 2024 Business Challenge random drawing winning company, which is Remington and Vernick Engineers. Go ahead. They're having a good time this morning, and at the Camp Out for Hunger, they donated 11,000 pounds of food, and we have catering from Wilson's Secret Sauce Barbecue this morning, and they're wonderful people. Their staff includes professional engineers, civil, mechanical, electrical, structural, transportation, sanitary, and environmental, all engineers.
That's pretty amazing.
Professional planners, certified landscape architects, certified inspectors, surveyors, CAD designers, I don't know what that is.
CAD.
And administrative support personnel. What's CAD?
It's a design program.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, CAD is so like software.
Am I correct on that? Yes.
All right, there you go. CAD designers and administrative support personnel. So thank you guys for being here. You'll find them in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Couple of things going on in this segment. We will reintroduce to you the happiest man on the internet. He is here all the way from Austria. This is Peter Mairhofer.
Yes.
On our program this morning. And we're going to get on Zoom in just a moment, about a minute or so away. Alfonso Ribeiro, we're going to talk about America's Funniest Home Videos and a few other things with him as well.
Yeah.
Do you know a show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I think I've heard of it, yes.
Okay, so the guy that we're going to have on next was starred in that show, and there was a connection to Philadelphia. Do you know who Will Smith is?
Yes, sure.
Okay, all right. So Will Smith was on a TV show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and his co-star was Alfonso, who's going to be joining us in a little bit. But that song, the theme song, starts off saying, "In West Philadelphia, born and raised." So that's right here.
Didn't we have the German version of that song at some point?
Yes.
Did we?
I believe, or was it The Nanny?
We have The Nanny.
Oh, that's right.
But we might have a German.
Hang on. We might.
I'm not sure what. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can find that, because I want to know what language. Would it be in the Vox Pro, Casey?
Yeah. It would be around here, so hang on a second.
Can you do a search for Fresh and see if that comes up?
Prince.
I want to see.
It's Spanish.
Oh, it's Spanish. Well, let's play it anyway.
All right.
All right. Do you speak any Spanish, Peter?
No.
Well, here we go. Here we go. This is for you. This is for Peter in Spanish, because he doesn't speak it. Oh, come on.
El príncipe de Bel-Air.
Ahora escucha la historia de mi vida, de cómo el destino cambió mi movida sin comerlo ni beberlo. Llegué a ser el chuleta de un barrio llamado Bel-Air.
Sing right along. Okay, well, anyway. By the way, I've lived here for 30-some odd years, and whenever I hear the term West Philadelphia,
Yeah.
the next thing that comes to my mind is born and raised.
Yes,
Of course.
absolutely.
Always will be. So Peter's enjoying his time in Philadelphia for the day. Are you here just for the day, just for today?
Yes, I'm gonna go back to Manhattan in the afternoon.
Okay.
Did you have any? It's with the app that you promote again, which is the exercise app. What is the name of it again?
Freeletics.
Right. And are you here mostly for them? Your visit? Or?
No. I'm actually here to see the Liberty State Island.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
The
I
Statue of
want to
Liberty?
see the stature. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think Liberty is something that is very important for me as well, and I always wanted to see her.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to go there and to see her in real life.
Well, not to sound sexual, but you can go deep inside of her if you want to. Yeah.
Into her face, no?
You can go right into her face.
Yes. There's an elevator going up.
Yes.
I've heard of it.
You could be all inside her.
No, now I know what you mean. My God, what's wrong with you?
I
What the hell?
Not that long ago, I saw it was an article about things that Europeans don't understand about the United States, and vice versa.
Yes.
And one of the things that some Europeans don't understand is the size of the United States, and the fact that going from state to state in Europe is almost like going from country to country.
Yeah.
Because the countries are so close together. In Europe, you said you're right on the border of Germany where you are.
Yes.
What other countries in and around your area do you like to visit?
Well,
you lived in Milan for a while
yes,
in Italy.
yeah, I've lived in Italy, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, Austria is such a small country. It takes you like 5 hours to go from one end to the other end, and that's it.
So that's how big our state is here.
Yes.
Pennsylvania is that size.
It's true. America is so huge, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's so much to see here in America. And I think also for Americans, it's very hard to explore the whole country in their life. I mean,
There's so many
how
people. Yeah.
do you do that?
Yeah, there's so many people who've listen. We talk about this all the time. There are people here in Philadelphia. So we have things like the Liberty Bell and the Rocky statue and things and people who have been here all their lives have never been to those places.
And overwhelmingly, most Americans have not been to all 50 states. There's too many. You have some.
I have, yes.
And Nick, you're working on it, right?
I got 44 so far, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Peter and I were going to go to South Dakota, North Dakota, and Alaska. We could do some. There's got bears.
I want to go to Alaska, really.
Up there,
you do or do not?
I want to go.
You know what they got up there?
I saw the movie Into the Wild, you know?
Yeah. John
It's so much.
Krakauer.
I've seen it several times, and
Same.
it's such a tragic story, but
They have polar
this guy was so
bears.
inspiring for me.
Yeah, and you like those stories of inspiration. This is one of the things we talked about the first time we talked to you about that, and we're going to talk more about that. Do we have our guest?
Yeah, our guest is on the line, ready to go. We're going to try him on our new phone line. See if this works out.
All right.
So, of course, you know him from America's Funniest Home Videos, and we were just talking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air moments ago. Please welcome Alfonso Ribeiro to our show this morning. Alfonso, can you hear me? Alfonso, are you there? Well,
Can you hear me?
there we go. Yeah, but okay. So it sounds terrible, unfortunately. we have
Your fault.
No,
Yeah,
it's not your
It's not your fault. They tweaked our phone lines, and let's carry on for a moment and see how this goes. But you're on to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work, guys.
There's a delay, too.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, Alfonso, I would rather have a meaningful conversation with you than one that sounds substandard. So I think we're gonna let you go and try to catch up another time because this just isn't going to work. You're such a great guest.
We'll get the word out about America's Funniest Home Videos, which we adore, and promote what you were here to promote, and hopefully talk to you with better equipment next time.
Sorry about that, Alfonso. Thank you, man. It's just we can barely hear him. I don't even know what that sounds like going out on the air.
It's an incredibly crushed, horrible signal.
And you can't bump it like it's all the way
No,
up,
I had
right?
it pinned.
Oh,
I had it pushed as high as it would possibly go. So, damn it.
That's a
I'm
shame.
sorry, guys.
Season 10 of America's Funniest Home Videos, which is religious viewing in our home. I know you guys are all a massive fan. We wanted to ask him about, because he's such a golfing fanatic.
Yeah, about Happy Gilmore
Happy
and
Gilmore.
the cast. Well, listen, I have a question for you, Peter, in that you were on Austria's Next Top Model, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a reality show. Are there other shows that we have here in America that are similar to what you have? Like, do you guys have, I guess it would be like Austrian Idol or...
No, we
X
don't
Factor?
have so much huge TV shows in Austria, but we have also the same that are played in Germany in our TVs, you know.
Okay.
So most of the huge things are going on in Germany. But, you know, I was always waiting for like a show like Survivor happening, you know.
Yeah.
But we don't have this in Germany or Austria.
Would you be on a show like Survivor? Would you like to do that?
absolutely.
You'd be great
Absolutely,
for
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
We have one actually, but you have to go there naked, you know. So,
Naked, we have that show as well. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
There's
Adam and Eve.
Naked.
Adam and Eve, it's called Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid is what it's called here.
Why?
Yeah.
Why cannot have a pants on, you know? really?
There was a show that I saw. We went to London a couple of years ago and did a show, and they had a show. So European shows are different than they are in America, and it was where they would take naked people, put them in a box, and they would raise the box up just a little bit
Yes.
every so often until eventually you saw them fully naked. They don't have a show like that in Austria, do they?
Yes, it's in Austrian TV.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
How is it called? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember it as well, but it's really,
Okay.
really crazy.
Crazy. Looking for the right word. Yeah.
So we're having a quick discussion with Peter off air just a moment ago because he is a male model, and I was asking him about if he still appreciates Austria as much as he does, and he said it took a few years of being away from there to realize how much you loved the natural beauty, and you had moved to Milan, Italy for how long? It was 4 years.
I wanted to stay just for a month, but it turned out that I stayed there for 3.5 years on the end.
Okay.
It's a modeling capital, so that's where you'd be. Yeah.
It was a great time moving there, and when I was a teenager, I think I needed it. I wanted to move to another city and get away from my small village where I'm actually living. And yeah, so I moved to Milan.
And you were telling me that there are pressures that are put on you as working as a career, in a career as a model, that you weren't expecting. And they tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so I'm a very happy person now, and I've not always had happy moments like this in my life. For example, when I was living in Milan, it was very hard for me because all of this pressure going on and things that I just didn't know are existing. You know, I was just me and who I am when I arrived, a very innocent person. And I remember the first day when I got into my agency and everybody looked at me super shocked with huge eyes, and a booker told me, "Peter, what's wrong? You look like an Indian. You're so brown, you know." And for me, it was super normal. I was on vacation before and I was like, let's do a lot of sunbathing because it looks sexy when you're a little bit tanned. And then I arrived there and she asked me if I'm Indian. So this was very hard for me because then I was afraid to go into the sun, and I put a lot of sun cream on for the next few years. And when I went to castings, people was like telling me things about my body that are wrong, that I never thought that they could be wrong, you know. And I stopped eating. I was always getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And it also didn't bring me a job, you know. I was just very unhappy. And at the end, I didn't get a job anyways. So then I came to a moment where I was thinking, you know what? Fuck that, you know?
You can't say that on the radio.
I know, I just didn't find another word right now.
What a pause.
He paused, he was wondering, can they say that? We have a dump button, so we're
And then
good.
he hit the big F-bomb. Wow.
That
was
nice one.
So you said
I was really trying to find another word, but I couldn't.
I don't know what was harder.
You killed it.
You got to go with
That
what
was-
do you?
And by the way, there's no dump button on our YouTube stream, and they loved every second of that. So
What was harder, the F or the K?
yeah.
So we in America, if we don't want to say it, we say F that.
Yes, okay,
Okay.
so F that.
Yes.
Absolutely. F that 3 times.
Well, you were not.
I love it, man.
You're there, and everyone. We're big fans of the movie The Devil Wears Prada, where they're
Yes,
very,
yes.
and that's the fashion end of it. In some modeling, but hyper aware of how you look and nitpicking and all of this stuff, and you're surrounded with all this, and as I guess what Preston's referring to is that made you appreciate the more substantial things in life, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So I saw a lot of things when I was modeling in Milan, and once I realized that I don't have to try to be someone else. You know, when I went to a casting before, I had a look at the brand online and what they are creating, how the models look like, and I always tried to fit exactly into their box and always tried to be someone else wherever I went. And then I realized, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm Peter Mairhofer, and I don't want to change. And so I went to the castings just who I am and how I was. I put the model book on the table, and I'm like, hey, either you like me how I am, or please don't waste my time.
That's great.
Because it's not that I am casting for your brand. I'm also a model, and you should also appreciate me, and I know now what I'm worth. And at this moment where I changed my thinking and I finally realized what I'm worth, I also got the jobs, because I was finally who I really am.
Yeah.
Well, the first time we spoke to you, one of the first things you said, because Steve made a comment about, how great you look, and you immediately said, hey, it doesn't matter how you look. And you started to talk about it matters who you are in here. And so it was from that experience that you gained this awareness about, hey, I need to be true to myself, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because only if somebody looks beautiful for you, never know what's going on inside of him, For example, in Milan, I also look beautiful, and people told me, Peter, everything is fine, you're looking great, you're a model, but I felt so unhappy inside. And you never know that. If you see a person on the street who is beautiful, it doesn't mean that this person is happy with themselves. And I think it's much more important to be confident with who you are than how you look. It doesn't matter how you look. If you love yourself how you are, you will get confident. And confidence is much more sexy than anything else.
Yeah, that's what a wonderful sentiment, and I couldn't agree with you more. I want to ask you about your trials and tribulations on Instagram, because it is a vehicle to get your message out to the world, including how to be happy and sort of focusing on yourself. And now you have 581,000 followers, which is a really impressive number. There are also downfalls when it comes to being popular on Instagram. Have you experienced any of those? And what's your attitude like when you get people that are kind of not nice on Instagram?
You probably say F it.
Actually, I'm very lucky, or I don't know. My Instagram is a happy place, and I also write that in my bio. And I think people can come to my profile to feel safe and get some positive vibes and happiness. And sometimes I get comments under my videos that people are shocked why are no hate comments going on.
Right.
And I think it's just because I'm spreading happiness and people accept it this way. And hate has just no place at my profile. I don't want hate. I don't need it. And that's why I don't get it.
You get back what you put out.
Yes.
So like our fan base, for the most part is we're not that way. We're not. We'll make fun of celebrities and people who are kind of inviting it, but like never, just everybody. Everyone's just trying to get along. But if you're acrimonious or you're evil or you're hateful going out, that comes back to you, and you're not putting that out. I mean, and we talk to you enough to know that it's all sincere. It comes from a real place, and people can sense that.
I think a lot of people on social media, they are not who they really are, They try to be someone else, and people see that, I mean, you can act so good, but people will always see if you are really true or if you are fake.
Right.
And it was also hard for me to talk into the camera and be confident and show who I really am. I was a very shy person back in my teenage years, so talking into the camera was very hard for me to learn it. And now I'm just like similar to my model career. Either you like me, or I also cannot change it, And I think that's what the people like on my profile, because what I'm posting, that's the true me, the real me.
Right.
I make mistakes. My English is not perfect. And I'm just who I am. And I think that's why I'm not getting any hate, because the people see that I'm not trying to be someone else.
Absolutely.
Well, so I actually use social media to lighten my mood and to laugh at some videos. And if I get to a point in my scrolling where that's not happening, I get rid of it. I get out of the app and I stop. And it's one of the reasons why I follow you and watch all of your videos, because I find myself smiling. Like I'm smiling ear to ear when I'm watching your videos. So you're right. You are putting out a happy vibe.
Yes.
Kathy has a very successful foot OnlyFans account.
Oh, really?
You guys should collab.
No, we're kidding.
No, but it is. I smile and I laugh when I watch your videos.
Yes, I'm trying to spread happiness, because I think it's very important in these times of the world, what is happening all around us. And I think the only gift that I can give to the world at the moment is sharing my positivity and happiness. And I also see it when you scroll through the social media. There's so much crazy things going on, and sometimes you see videos, and these things, you look at them and you don't think that they are infecting you, but they stay in your brain, and they make you think negative and see things negative.
No, they do, yeah.
If you see one of my reels popping up, I hope that my happiness can change it a little bit up,
Wow.
Yes, no, it's all nice.
So we all watched Ted Lasso here, right?
Yeah.
I say a text message says, "This is the real life Danny Rojas."
Yeah,
right. You familiar with Ted Lasso, the show?
No.
Okay, yeah. Jason Sudeikis. It's about a football club in England, a soccer team to us, and the show actually initially was criticized. Get this. For being too positive.
No, really?
And the critics were not getting it. It's like, no, that's exactly why it's a hit, because it's reaffirming what we do love about each other, and how we do reach out to strangers now and then and try to make a positive difference. And that's why the show was a huge success.
That's why, sometimes positivity is shocking for other people, because they are depressed, they are unhappy. And if you are happy, and if you enter a room with energy, and if you're in a good mood, it's shocking for other people. And they try to bring you down, or they talk something bad about you just that they feel better. And I think we have to more normalize again to be in a good mood, to be happy, and just don't care what other people think about you. If you're in a good mood, don't let it take from other people.
Yeah.
Just be how you are, smile how often you want to, and don't care about the other people's mood.
Go with me everywhere? Because
you can put me in your pocket.
You should sell Mini Peters.
Well, you know what? Another thing that you could do for a living in America, and it has to be this way in Europe as well, there are people that will come and speak to groups about being positive, about having this kind of forward mentality and what's the word I'm looking for?
Self-improvement.
Self-improvement and motivational speakers are what they call them. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, absolutely.
You could easily do that.
A huge fan of Jay Shetty. I really like this guy and his podcast. Maybe you know him. And he also invites people sometimes to talk about things like that. And in future, I'm also planning, I really want to spread my happiness as good as I can, and not only on social media. I'm having a lot of plans for the future. The thing is just, every day is so short. I mean, it has only 24 hours. How should I do all of these things? Really, I don't know. I have so many ideas going on, and I would also love to write a book about my experiences and how to stay happy. And
you know what I think you'd be a perfect pairing with? National Geographic. We had this family did their sort of travel log, and they've been doing it now. They've turned it into their YouTube channel, where they've made, this has become their lives, and they went off the grid basically. And I mean, you with being out in nature all that time, and integrating that with the positive attitude stuff. I mean, you could take the bull by the horns yourself. And
Yes,
do you YouTube travelogue of everywhere you go? Is that something that, I mean, the world's your oyster here. Do you have any plans for things like that? Or is
yes, I would love to do a travel show,
Yeah.
and I think I just didn't find the right producer or something yet, but everything I'm doing, it also has a sense, and I would love to do like documentaries or show the people hiking tips in the real TV,
Yeah.
Or I also would love to be actor in a movie, in a Disney movie, and I have so much things that I would love to do, and I think the next years are going to be very interesting, and I'm very open for things like that, and I would just love to spread my message with the whole world, and not just on my social media, because there are so many ways, and if anybody would like to put me in a documentary film about hiking,
Yes.
hey, I'm here.
By the way, you could be the prince in a Disney movie, and then we think you're the good guy, but you turn out to be the bad guy at the end of the movie. I want to talk a little bit about getting outside, because if I'm having a bad day, getting outside always changes my mood, and I always just feel, even if it's really cold or whatever, I feel better. When you're having a bad day, I'm guessing and hoping that getting outside helps you feel a little better too.
Yes, absolutely. When I go outside, my mood changes immediately, and that's also what I'm trying to tell the people, that you just have to put on your shoes and go outside. And I know that not everybody has like the mountains in front of the house like I do.
Why
but
do you
have
need shoes?
It's true, really. Just go out naked.
Yeah, try that in the city.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have parks or you have rivers, or even if you don't have a lot of green there, even the fresh air and the sunlight and the birds piping will change your mood immediately. You don't need to climb around on mountain peaks like I do. Just go outside, it will change your mood.
It
and
does
you will
make a
feel
difference.
better.
There's a lot of zen to be had out there.
Do you do anything like skiing or snowboarding? Is that part of your exercise or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I grew up on a ski basically, but lately I'm not doing skiing so much anymore, because this year, for example, we had very less snow going on in Austria, and I see how much people hurt themselves and break their bones and everything, and then I'm like, no, I better just go
But you're
hiking.
in no danger of breaking your bones running down mountains with no control whatsoever. So, I mean, skiing is so unsafe, but what you do is absolutely safe.
It's true, really. Never
By the
thought
way,
about it.
I've just come from the green room, and we have 7 requests for marriage for you. 3 guys and 4 girls. I will ask them to send pictures and a bio by the end of the show.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship right now?
No, I'm single for 2 years now.
2 years.
And I was having relationships before, about like 10 years. I was always in a relationship, 3 relationships at all. And I never really had time to take my energy just for myself, because I always gave my energy for other people. And since I'm single now and really use my energy, my life is really going up the first time in my life, and I don't have somebody who is dragging me down, and I still believe in love, but I don't need it again now.
It can only complicate
That's
things.
right.
Yeah.
And I'm happy how it is right now.
You need to just find a good bear and settle down.
Yes, exactly. Or a little wolf baby.
A little wolf baby.
Yes, a little wolf
Wait,
baby.
yeah, raise a little wolf baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I adopt a dog, really. They give love. And
let me tell you, you talk about hiking. So for me, for the many years I spent hiking with my dog Chelsea.
Yes.
And I will say this, being out, as like in the movie Marley and Me, being out with the dog and hiking is so amazing and such a zen thing. And that animal, and I love her dearly and miss her every day of my life, knew, we shared something that no one else could ever understand. And so
true.
it's something you're doing it brilliantly with your Instagram, is that you're out there, but you're sharing it with your collective audience in your videos. You want to share that, those
true.
things, yeah.
Marley and Me really broke me, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Let's not talk about it.
That was a tough one. Let's not talk about that.
The author of that book, by the way, he's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he used to work for the newspaper in town, and we had him in studio one time. He's a really great author, and that book is a fantastic book that will make you cry every single time.
Absolutely, really. I mean, you can only understand it if you also have pets.
Yeah.
And this movie, really, the ending was very tragic, and it broke my heart because we also have dogs and cats at home in Austria, and I mean, you get them and you love them and you're living a life with them, but unfortunately, they cannot live the same long as you do, and that's so unfair, really.
It's the great trade-off with NSA. Would you want to live a life without them? But the sad reality is that you will more than likely outlive it unless you get one of these bizarre birds that lives a million years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my best friend, Billy. He was my cat. I was very small when I got him, and after school, always my schoolmate, she told me that her neighbor, she's having baby cats,
Yeah.
and every day after school, we went there to see the cats, and once they was old enough to get them, I just took one of them and put him into my sweater and brought him home, And my mother was like, Peter, what's going on? And so I did the same the next year and the next year. So in the end, we had then 3 cats.
Yeah.
I brought 3 of them home, and the third one was a girl. And then they always got babies. And every time when she got babies, I was hiding one of them. So we cannot gift it away to other people. So at on the end, we had 7 cats.
I currently have 8 cats.
Yes, it's amazing, really.
Yeah, I love them,
it. And unfortunately, last year, Billy was passing away. And it was very, very, very hard for me. And now I have his name on my hand palm, Billy.
Oh, you have a tattoo?
Yes, right
let's
next
see
to
that.
my son, yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
What
son,
does it,
not son.
yeah.
What does it say in your forearm? You have a tattoo on this side.
Justice.
Oh, wow.
Justice.
You also have a tattoo on your leg. In one of the videos, in some ungodly move, you are jumping into an actual lake, and there's a tattoo on your upper right leg, but I couldn't read what it was.
It says family is something worth fighting for.
Family is worth fighting for?
Something worth fighting for.
Oh, something worth fighting for.
That's great.
Yes. Family is very important for me.
Are you done getting tattoos, or are you going to get more?
I'm actually, the sun on my hand palm, I did it in Manhattan, and I'm planning to go back to this tattoo artist and get another one from him.
Okay.
Yes.
Did that hurt on your palm, on your hand?
I think pain is happening in your head, and you can tell your brain not to feel pain at the moment. So for me, it was not very painful.
Wow. It sounds like something that Jesse Ventura would say. Pain is weakness leaving the body, right?
Yes,
That's what they say?
it's true,
you got
really.
time to bleed.
And I mean, I felt more pain in my life, so a tattoo is not so bad.
Okay. What are you going to get? What's the next tattoo in Manhattan? What are you going to get?
So I have the sun on the left side of my hand palm. So what do you think I get on
Preston
the other?
and Steve.
Preston and Steve.
You're right, exactly. That's what I'm getting. How do you know that?
It'd be hilarious if you got Big Summer Blowout.
It's true.
Big summer blowout, of course. Wait, do we have that? I want to hit it one more time before. We do have to wrap up in just a second, but hang on.
Big summer blowout. Half swimming suits, clogs, and a sun balm of my own invention. Yeah?
I should really watch that movie now. Really.
You need to see the movie.
But now the more often I hear it, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I just have one final question for me. Could I get a blood transfusion from you? Because if I did, I would have the energy to finally organize and clean my house. We could go down to Penn, get this over in about a half an hour, and I would be transformed as a result of it.
You can have whatever you want from me, really, as long as my heart is still beating on the end.
I would love to hear you then, by virtue of the blood transfusion, effect a slight Austrian accent on you.
Well, guys!
Woohoo, my blood is gone.
And you always address your audience when you're on your Instagram page. You say, "Hey guys."
Hey guys.
That's kind of a catchphrase for you now. Hey
Yes. I mean, for me, it's super normal to say it. And I don't know. People are sad when I'm not saying it, so I'm always saying it now on the start of every video.
No, it's
to
great.
satisfy
We love it.
everybody.
Yeah. Well, listen, we are so happy that you got to come and spend time with us. This is great.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm really happy, and I'm also very proud to be here, really, because you had so much rock stars and people here, and I saw all the pictures outside from the people who you had here, and you're really famous and you're really cool, and it's a big pleasure for me to be also invited here, like all the other people.
Well, when you come back to the States, you are more than welcome to visit again, okay?
Yes, and you're always visited in Austria.
Yes.
You're always invited in Austria whenever you come.
It's beautiful.
And my mother will cook a schnitzel for you.
We'll hold you to that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, Peter.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Peter Mairhofer, happiest man on the internet. We are going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll get some Bizarre File stories. Stay with us, friend.
Preston and Steve.
Here we are, big fans.
Nice to come in.
We knew you'd be great.
Yeah, we
with
knew
you
you'd be
guys.
cool. That's great, man. Excellent.
It's my pleasure.
And you know what? We should do a promotion where we go bowling with Adrian sometime.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, some love for Adrian's man. Thank you so much. The first time Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum met, she called him out for wearing Crocs. The two actors met while teaming up for Kravitz's directorial debut. Have you heard of this movie? It's called Pussy Island.
No.
Yeah.
I like it.
The Magic Mike star told Deadline, "I totally loved Crocs for a hot second, and in one hang, she was like, 'You can't ever do that again.' And I said, 'Okay, fine.'"
Okay, so the bigger question is, what's the plot of Pussy Island?
I think it's not what you think it is. I think the name
About vaginas?
It's not that.
Oh, okay.
It's something else. At least that's what I read a blurb. I didn't go into detail about it, but I heard it's not
It's
supposed to be vulgar.
Like Lord of the Buttholes.
There you go. It's pretty much the same story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of the conch, they blow something else.
Exactly.
Right. Kravitz insists that she was just trying to be a good friend, adding, "There are people out there who can pull off the Crocs thing. I just wasn't sure you were one of them."
Didn't we just hear, though, that the Crocs have come back into quasi-fashion?
Maybe, but I mean, if anybody could pull him off, it's Channing Tatum. You know, that guy can wear whatever he wants, and it'll be fashionable.
Marissa is scanning to find out the plot of Pussy Island, and I can't read that. It's too tiny. Hang on a second here. Frida is a young, clever Los Angeles cocktail waitress who has her eyes set on the prize, philanthropist and tech mogul Slater King.
Slater King.
When she skillfully maneuvers her way into King's inner circle and ultimately an intimate gathering on his private island. She's ready for a journey of a lifetime. Maybe it does mean pussy.
Is this kind of like a Jeffrey Epstein thing?
I don't know.
Impossible.
I do not know. What would it be harder to lick the inside of my ear or the inside of my belly?
No, belly button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about butthole?
Just set. No.
Okay.
Oh my God, no.
Well, honestly, it's just a common thing. You ask anybody at work, would you mind licking my butthole? I'm sure that's being asked in every business. But I mean, that's just simply for a scientific test.
No, but somebody recently told me that guys love that.
No,
that is incorrect.
Listen, there may be some that dig that.
No, I do not.
Yeah, I know.
She goes, they'll go wild.
What?
No. Who said that?
I swear to God.
Who?
All right, write it down.
Diane, your wife.
How dare. Because I thought it was Jerry. I thought it was your mom.
Yeah, your mom who won't let you eat gum out of a vending machine is encouraging you to toss people salad.
When does it become that act?
We should call it a hobby. You should call it a blow hobby.
Well, no, but
yeah,
right. And then maybe chicks will dig it more.
Let's use it.
How about a hand hobby?
Let's use euphemisms if we're going to do that.
Feel free.
So, when is it stop being a handy and become a hand hobby?
Yeah.
When does it stop being a blowy and become a blow hobby?
I think they're both the same.
Well,
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying when it stops becoming
It's
a
like
job,
anal sex
right?
hobby.
You don't want it to be a job.
correct. But when? Well, crap.
All right, never mind.
I can't do it.
We're never gonna be able to get into the
No.
meat.
It's a nuance that we can't
So you're.
Are you talking about finishing?
Yes.
I thought
Well,
you
you
were talking.
always finish any job you start.
Thank you.
I thought you were talking
Let's
about.
put a button in it right there.
My parents always taught me that.
Finish every job.
You don't quit in the middle. This I do know. YoPlay, the yogurt company, has now introduced a yogurt they call Gushers. Yeah.
Man.
Well, that's a candy, right?
It was, I believe.
Well, not a
right?
candy.
It was a gum.
No, it was like
I'm
a fruit.
Peter North, and I'm very excited about a new product line from YoPlay called Gushers.
Tell me more,
I've been part of the R&D on this product for quite a long time.
Oh my God!
It was like a fruit snack, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And for ladies, squirters.
Oh my God.
Pizza Hut seems to be trying to bring in new customers by reviving old menu items, and the latest is what they call the Edge, part of the chain's nostalgia campaign.
My name is Bono, and I'd like to introduce a new pizza sensation to you. It's called The Edge. Some people say this is a revolutionary pizza, but it's not. It's a pizza that's been here before, probably in your own big fat belly. Remember what we say here, avoid the noid.
That's Domino's. This is Pizza Hut. All right, so it's called the Edge, and
It's called The Edge.
Pizza Hut considers the Edge. It was first introduced in 1997, and they call the Edge a tavern-style pizza.
Oh yeah.
It's cut into 16 squares and comes in a cracker-thin crust.
I remember this.
Geometrically perfect and a taste sensation that'll rock your world.
And it will be available at participating Pizza Hut locations.
Order now and receive a mid-sized Coke.
Mid-size.
It'll be available at participating locations nationwide for about $13.
So I did Pizza Hut just not that actually that long ago. It was probably during Lent, and I did it because we had been talking about it. I'm like, I
You're a
haven't.
man of faith.
Well, I hadn't had a Pizza Hut pizza in a long time, so I ended up getting a regular pizza, and then I got the stuffed crust pizza. And I know that you guys are all out on stuffed crust. I thought the stuffed crust was.
You're a filthy animal.
I know, but I thought it was markedly better.
I'm not out on stuffed crust, but I just don't order it. You know what I
Too
mean?
much.
I know, and I
Why don't they just take a fire hose and spray cheese on you as you come in?
Right.
So this pizza, looking at it, I'm glad thin crust has kind of made its way around the country because I grew up in St. Louis. This pizza called the Emos. You guys know I've talked about it for years. That's what it is. It's just thin crust pizza.
Version of the Edge.
It's cut in squares. That's the way they've always cut it, and it's been since I was a baby, essentially that that I've had that. So
Suckling at your mother's teeth.
I prefer this type of pizza. I'm glad that it's made its way around.
And so I don't actually ever remember this as a menu item. So
I don't
you
remember
guys,
this from Pizza Hut either, Steve.
I do.
I remember Domino's.
You do?
I do remember this, yeah, and I remember it because of like the way that they were able to cram as much pizza on as thin a crust as possible and get it all the way to the edge. Hence the name.
Well, this was kind of like you said, 97, right?
Yeah.
So like that was past at least my Pizza Hut days. I think the last time I had Pizza Hut, I was in like middle school.
You were not in college or on ordering pizza.
Was the time at downtown Julie Brown.
Wubba wubba wubba.
No, Nick, you know.
Wubba wubba was the battle cry as they took to the pizzas. And the ovens flamed with the fires of edginess.
Wubba wubba.
So Nick, we had like the famous like pizza restaurant that we would go to in Westchester.
What famous pizza restaurant was it?
More's, I think it was called.
That's Amore's. It's love.
We had Oips.
College towns always have the the local pizza joints.
Yeah,
It's fantastic. The one at University of Missouri was Shakespeare's, and it was outstanding.
Original Italian pizza, Oips. Everybody ordered.
Oips?
Yeah, original Italian pizza is what that stood for, and that was the college town pizza. Yeah, so but you wouldn't order from OIP. You'd from Oips. That's
like
Oips.
that. Yeah.
All right, let me move on to something else. You had mentioned your mustard, Nick.
Yes.
You may want to try that on watermelon. It's the latest thing that people have been sampling. Lizzo kind of made a big deal about it on TikTok. So she had she made a video of her doing some funny TikTok things where there's some edits and all of a sudden the watermelon appears and so on.
So this to me, Preston, seems like the old thing of putting salt on watermelon.
Yeah, I grew up putting salt on watermelon. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But they had said it was to bring out the sweetness by adding the salt. And
I heard that on cantaloupe.
Honeydew. Yes,
Oh,
the same thing. Same thing. Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like him.
Any melon will do.
So here's the thing.
Doesn't matter if it's a cantaloupe or a honeydew or a cassava. Any melon covered in salt will bring out the sweetness of the savory. Living together on one melon the way we should all live together.
Now people are trying mustard.
Now they're trying mustard just like Lizzo.
Yeah, so, but the jury's out on whether she thought it was good or not. So she had called it, is it bussin' or disgusting?
Is it bussin' or disgusting?
But she never really,
Is it bussin' or disgusting?
in this video, said whether it was bussin' or disgusting. So
No, she doesn't. To me, I think so. The common thing of like sea salt and caramel.
Yes.
So to me, that does work. And some things that I thought would never work do work. I don't know about the watermelon and the mustard. It just seems to be too combating.
Yep.
I'm tying it into the previous conversation. We used to do mustard on pizza.
Okay. I can see that.
Did
I don't know. I'm not sure. Somebody.
Ranch dressing, Kathy.
Ew, no. That's just
You
for
said,
the,
"Ooh, no,"
that's
but
for
you
the
put-
crust, right? Whole pizza.
You can do the whole pizza.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
should-
I know.
we
I
should've
said,
gotten
ew, no,
watermelon.
yet I put mustard on pizza. Sorry.
We should have taste tested this.
Casey, when's the last time you've had ranch
Ranch?
dressing on pizza?
It's been a while.
been
Like
a while?
at least like 2 or 3 days.
Okay. All right.
Do we have something that could approximate a melon and put some mustard on it?
Wait, I might. Let me see if I have.
Do you keep a melon in your desk drawer?
I might have
Kathy
watermelon.
brings a ton of fruit every day, remember?
Oh,
She brings
can we try
giant
that?
fruit salad.
Yes.
Go see if you have watermelon.
Yummy, yummy.
We'll try it.
Let's get it.
I'm sure
Kathy rises to the challenge.
there's got to be mustard in the fridge.
Yes.
Connor, can you go look in the fridge and see if there's any mustard?
Let's try it.
Or Marissa's already on her way. But yeah, I got to believe no matter what, it's not good. And this is just a thing that people have done to make you eat mustard on
Preston,
watermelon. Here, try this.
People are eating Tide Pods, so you have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Here's a text. Somebody says, my husband always puts pepper on his cantaloupe.
What?
What, in prison?
No.
Oh.
But I've had, you know what? I've had fruit in salads before, and you put pepper. Like, you know, there's strawberry salads and things like that.
Do you know what I
Put pepper on
do?
that.
So, and it's a weird. So, Honey Grow, I do the like a sesame noodle. Whatever they call it. It's a salad, I guess it is.
Okay.
But pineapple in that. So something, pineapple and sesame and a sesame sauce work together really well.
I could see that work. Sometimes when you have like a teriyaki dish.
Yes,
there'll be
exactly.
pineapple in that.
That's the same thing.
Sesame oil in usually in that. So that'll play along.
It's great.
Let's see if Kathy is.
Jennifer melons. Where's Kathy's melons?
Hang on. Here we go.
They're usually on display.
MMR.
Before we dive into the bizarre file, part 2, a couple of shout outs. I should have gotten these earlier this morning. I'm going to pass this along. Says, hey, good morning at Presbo. My name is Craig. I would like you to send a birthday shout out to my amazing wife, Mary Beth. Wait, I already did that. What? I did this the other day, I think,
What
right?
the hell's going on?
Anyhow, on or around March 7th, her birthday is the 9th. She's a teacher in Camden and a longtime listener to the show. Does this sound familiar to you guys?
Not really.
All right. As well as being a wonderful educator and loving wife, she was pivotal in my recovery from addiction.
Yes, now, yeah.
Okay, so we already did that.
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna
Screw
give it-
you, Mary Beth. I'm kidding. He sends all his loves. And then there's another one that says, Dear Captain Blackfingers, good morning at Preston, Steve, Casey, Nick, Kathy, and Marissa. I'm requesting a shout out, the juicier the better, for my wife, Kimberly, for her 49th birthday. That's on March 8th, which is tomorrow. So obviously we don't work on Saturdays. She recently had a major surgery to remove a cancer scare that she had over the Christmas holidays. She is resilient and has been very upbeat in her recovery, and she is my best friend. I love her and want her to know that I am always thinking of her. Thank you in advance. That is from Josh Barclay in Mayfair. A shout out for you as well. All right, bizarre file. Here it is.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you this morning by Camelback Mountain. You can join Marissa, Casey, Nick at Camelback Mountain's 20th annual pond skim. It's on Saturday, March 22nd, and it's going to be the wildest end-of-season party on the slopes. You can go to camelbackresort.com for the details. Well, here's a story of just a lovely guy. A federal judge sentenced a Florida dentist to 2 years in prison with credit for time served after his arrest in June. FBI agents reported Richard Cantwell sent more than 100 threats to 40 victims in retaliation to their political commentary. Cantwell, 61 years old, wrote the threats of injury and death even after the FBI special agents intervened and asked him to stop doing it.
Didn't get the message.
He didn't get the message. Here's an example of one of the things he wrote.
you were talking to me?
Hi, fake reverend. You should know, being the anti-Christian piece of S that you are, that we are going to kill you. Torture first and then death.
Was he using we in the royal sense, or?
I don't know. He says, you will deny Christ just like Judas because you are a coward. Either way, prepare to die.
By the way, love the new mailbox.
Yeah, you won't see Christ because you as an immoral degenerate.
What?
Okay, yeah. So anyhow, this
Grammarly, look into it.
Real Christian here, sending this message.
Right out of the Bible.
Cantwell, who was born in Chicago, served in the U.S. Army combat field medic during the Gulf War, and practiced dentistry in Tampa. So he's a dentist.
I'm going to be a dentist.
In November, he pleaded guilty to 4 counts of interstate transmission of a threat, but he did like to over messages like that to over like 100
So
people.
the FBI steps in. You think he doesn't tamp down on it. He just keeps going.
Just keeps on going. We'll see how jail turns things around for him. All right, one of the latest online trends is crunchy. The recent trend shows people eating biodegradable packing peanuts on TikTok, believing that they're safe because they dissolve in water.
But isn't this a case of culling the herd?
Let them have it.
You enjoying that? You want some more?
So brands like Lush use potato starch-based peanuts. I didn't know that.
No, neither did I.
Leading some to think that they are edible.
Yeah.
However, health experts warn against this practice. Eating packing peanuts can cause bloating, pain, and gas. More concerning is that the high heat production process of these peanuts can create acrylamide, which is a carcinogen linked to certain cancers.
You know what you could do is just eat peanuts.
Additionally, while starch-based peanuts are non-toxic and dissolve in water, they're not produced in food-safe conditions and aren't intended to be eaten peanuts, it says here.
It's not like there's not enough food around regular food.
Experts emphasize that biodegradable doesn't mean edible, and ingesting these packing materials poses unnecessary health risks. In other words, don't do it.
By the way, the sensation of that, like it's like when you have a popsicle and your teeth hit the stick. The idea of crushing that material.
Oh, I don't mind that at all.
Oh, yeah, it sends chills down my spine.
It's just funny, like it's edible, but rocks are edible. Like you can eat anything. Doesn't mean you should eat anything.
Yep. All right, so this is a story of a patient, a 30-year-old man in Singapore. He had symptoms. He had visited the emergency room with a bloated stomach and gut pain. And when doctors examined the man, they found that his abdomen was swollen and distended. They ordered an X-ray, but the scan didn't reveal any air pockets in the patient's abnormal cavity, because that would be signs of a bowel perforation. But blood tests then showed that the man had elevated levels of white blood cells in his circulatory system, and levels of creatine and amylase were also higher than normal. So creatine is a waste chemical left over from energy production in muscles, and amylase is an enzyme that helps digest carbohydrates. An elevated white blood cell count can happen in response to an infection, but disease or sudden stress can also cause white blood cells to multiply. Now, doctors ordered a CT scan, which showed that his stomach and the upper part of his small intestine were grossly distended with food material. The man's intestines had been pushed over to the left side of his abdomen, flattening his pancreas. So what happened? According to the patient, 8 hours prior to visiting the emergency room, he had participated in a speed eating competition, and during that contest, he consumed a hamburger that weighed 7 pounds.
A 7-pound hamburger.
Ate it in 30 minutes.
That's a mid-sized cat.
Mm-hmm. The man had vomited soon after, regurgitating undigested food, but expelled no blood or bile. At the hospital, the doctors determined the man's symptoms were caused by the sizable burger, which the patient had eaten too quickly for his stomach to digest.
I want you to take a pound of packing peanuts.
So they attempted to relieve the pressure in his stomach through a tube inserted in his nose, which could have helped the excess gas in the digestive tract escape. However, his abdomen remained distended, and the pain... Hold on to that sound effect. And the pain continued. They considered performing a gastrostomy, surgically opening the stomach through the abdominal wall to remove the undigested food. However, the patient soon began passing gas. So suggesting that his digestive system was starting to catch up and process the huge, massive chewed up burger. Blood analysis showed that the man's white blood cell count was starting to return to normal. Finally, the patient had a bowel movement.
Yay!
5 days later, his symptoms had fully abated. He was sick for 5 or 6 days, man.
If you take in 7 pounds of burger meat, not only that, I would assume you would have profound meat sweats, right?
Yeah.
Your body attempting to digest that?
Yep. Well, it went beyond meat sweat. So the average adult stomach can comfortably hold up to 50 ounces, though this varies between individuals. People who regularly compete in eating contests train their stomachs to contain more than this average by repeatedly and rapidly stretching the stomach during their episodes. So
I think that's an effed up, even those eating contests are just, I think you're playing with fire.
Yep. All right, we'll do one more story, and then we will wrap it up. Let's go with, boy, these are all pretty intense stories.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will. Even though she escaped accountability for exceeding 100 miles per hour while driving recently in Palm Beach County, Florida, Christina LeBoy wasn't the least bit gracious to the officers who let her off initially. She had been pulled over for speeding and suspected DUI. She begged officers to let her go, explained she was in the area for her son's football game and only drunk 1 glass of wine. One of the officers told her, "You were going well over 100 miles an hour and you were swerving all over the road." She was then ordered to complete roadside sobriety test, which she failed. Walk a straight line. She explained she's clumsy. Eventually, the officer tells her that while she has indicators of being impaired, he doesn't have enough evidence to arrest her and was going to let it slide.
That's borderline miraculous that they were going to let that happen.
Point, you say thank you and you go on your way. Not her. She said, and the officer was black, she's white. She says, "I don't know if this is a black-white factor here because you guys play that card." And a female officer on the scene defended her colleague, saying that was disrespectful on many levels. Well, the boy was just getting started backing into her vehicle and grabbing her cell phone. She begins filming the two officers, saying, "I'm going to record it and George Floyd up," whatever that means. She directed the comment about Floyd to the black officer. She said, "Don't you dare disrespect me. You don't know who I am, but you're about to find out." She called her son, who was en route to pick her up. And she said, "This little bitch wants to talk S to me." And soon I started recording. She shut her mouth before screaming an expletive. And she just started yelling at them.
She was about to get away basically with drunk driving.
Yeah. And they were going to let her go. And it goes on and on. She was saying horrible things to these people. Calling her, fat, black, and just all this other stuff. The son gets there, and he shows up and tells the officer, he's like, "I was just going to the football game." So they arrested this psycho, and they were going to tase her, but, she was about to be let go, doing over 100 miles an hour, weaving all over the place, and does
No
that.
good deed goes unpunished.
So keep that in mind. And there you go. That's what I have in the Bizarre File for you this morning. All right, we will break. We'll come back in a second. We got some lesson question action lined up for you, as well as trash and music news. So we'll return with that. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on
Sexual way. And the way she has a 44-pound.
We got it.
We do.
So you got watermelon. So we can try this. Should I just hold off until we get
Hold
this?
off.
All right. Because
Hold.
well, now we're in Braveheart.
Yeah, there we go. I got you.
Freedom! Do you want to live in chains, or do you want to live with salt on your watermelon? Ah! Mustard!
My God.
It's a Friday.
It is a Friday. Isn't it?
I know. Wow.
Well, now I want to go watch Braveheart.
I think they actually
They're making love.
They're pounding the actual mustard seeds right
Pounding
now.
the mustard seeds. Pounding them out. 1 mustard seed. 2 mustard seeds.
Slapping them down.
Slapping them down. Slap at the base.
Now we've gone to I Love You Man.
Yes.
All right.
Here we go.
Wow, they eat plates and
I don't want it. I don't want to have
I will try it.
You don't want to,
I'm chewing tobacco, so I'm just trying to be healthy, guys.
Thank you, Marissa. That's very kind.
Sully the taste of the tobacco.
All right, so we have each have a small piece of watermelon, and we have a little dollop of a mustard.
Do a dollop.
Is this regular yellow mustard, Marissa? All right.
Wait. Don't do
What?
it. Oh, I want to do a countdown. I want to get everybody ready.
Okay.
Oh, we're all going to do it at the same time?
Yeah,
Just like they do in a temple.
I'm going first. I'm sorry. You guys, hang on. That way I can talk while you guys are chewing.
All
All
right. In 3.
1, 2, 3.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, you're not a fan? All right.
That's horrible. There's nothing appealing about that at all. Not in the slightest.
Use the mustard. Get different mustard.
No.
No?
No. It doesn't belong on watermelon. Kathy?
I do love mustard, though.
I don't mind.
And I
it.
like watermelon.
I think it's two things that I like,
I
but
agree.
I don't have the reaction that you have that it was disgusting.
I think it has marketed as two great tastes that are horrible together.
There you go.
Wait, didn't your son make you like a peanut butter and tuna fish sandwich once because he knew that you liked both?
No, it was Gadzooks ice cream and shrimp. They were two of his favorite things, and he said they must taste great together. I let him learn that one on his own. Dogs can get sunburned.
Yep, like people, dogs to too much sun can develop some skin cancers and things like that, and you'll see their skin will actually get a little bit pink or red.
Yeah, so he was looking all majestic and just laying in the
You made love
driveway
to him, didn't you?
yesterday. I did not,
Okay.
Steve.
What'd you say?
You made love to him, too.
He's big enough. You could.
No, that's Reggie.
Reggie's the larger one.
Fozzie, I would split in half.
Case and jeez.
Oh, my God.
Oh, why did I say that? I sent you down that path, didn't I? And now you're thinking about banging your dog.
Connor's face in the other room. He's like, oh, my God. Wow.
Yikes.
Okay.
God damn, that dog's looking good.
Oh, my God.
You know what? Okay, I'm going to bring this up because I don't know when another opportunity to do so, but Stevie sent me
Okay,
this.
fancy boy.
You sent me this article about the best brownies in Philly.
Oh.
And it's essentially just a list, and it's huge.
There's about 50 of them.
It's way too big to go through.
We are in the best of times when it comes to brownies in Philadelphia.
Yeah, what I didn't know was how many places are known for their brownies. And there's a lot of them. So there's Cake Life Bake Shop, Daughter Baking Company, Frank Fountain, Dolce, Crust Vegan Bakery,
I
the
love
Frosted Fox Cake Shop. What's that, Kath? What do you love?
Franklin Fountain.
Yeah, but you got to make sure you're either A, ready to wait in line, or B, get there at a time where there's not a line, because it's really popular. It's fantastic. It's so good. You guys ever been? It's right on.
I have not, no.
It's on Market, but and it's great. It's really.
Is it a bakery?
It's like an ice cream shop, like an old-timey ice cream shop. Yeah, and so you go in and they have really good ice cream and really good dessert treats. So it's worth it. It's just not cheap, and you got to wait.
Nick, a friend of mine did her wedding pictures there.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it was cute.
It's a cool spot.
All right. Cookie or brownie?
Cookie.
Oh.
Man.
I used to be brownie, but I feel like now I would do a cookie.
Okay.
I'd do a cookie.
If I saw them sitting out, I would go for a brownie anytime.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
I think I go brownie.
Wow. Okay.
Because I do the chocolate chip cookie is my favorite. However, a well-made brownie. Also there's a company that actually of the companies that do mail order brownies. Fairy Tale Brownies is a great company. If you've ever used them, they have their top level brownies. But yeah, that's neck and neck. Brownies are sensational.
Brownie or cupcake?
Brownie.
Brownie.
Yeah, I'd go with brownie. For your cupcake?
Cupcake.
Okay.
The thing with the brownies, though, I feel like, and I don't know if it's like as I age, my sense of taste gets even more sensitive. I don't know. But like, I feel like if it's not super well made, I can taste like the mix.
Really?
Instead of,
You see, after you get a hysterectomy, that goes away.
Stop. I hate you.
I remember seeing the history of brownies and why they were created. And it was, I forgot the name of the place, but it was so that people could, I think, take them to the beach or something like that.
Seriously?
And so the brownie has a thicker consistency than a piece of cake. Like the cake would be too crumbly and fall apart.
It's more cohesive.
And yeah, so there's a little more goo to it. In case if you want to have some fun with that.
Goo.
It's I need that sound clip from Billy Madison. Yeah, when he notices a kid peed his pants.
The thing about a brownie for me is that the cookie is a little more pedestrian, right? Like a cookie is sort of an everyday dessert, whereas the brownie
All
is...
right, fancy boy.
Right? Yeah, I feel like a little bit of a fancy boy.
You're too good for
Like it's
Billy.
special?
A fancy Nancy, if you will. When a brownie shows up, I'm like, look at that little treat.
Look at Nick with his little waistcoat.
Thank you.
No, I understand that. I think though that they're easy to make. Brownies,
right?
Brownies are easy to make. Brownies are super easy to make. They're just as easy as cookies. I'm standing firm on this. Cookies are far superior than brownies. Far superior.
Oh,
and there's a reason why there's more of them, and it's more because they're better. They're just better. And it's not to say that brownies aren't good. They're good. They're just not as good as cookies.
I think they need more of them to make up for the fact that they're not as good as brownies. They say, hey, we have diluted the market with this product, and we're going to try to catch up to the brownie people.
I think the tough part about, and the reason there are more cookies is because, and if you're talking like when you go to the grocery store, cookies are more rigid, they're easier to package, you can put more of them together.
Yes.
Brownies can kind of, there's a shelf life on them. Some cookies can last for a while.
Brownies don't
Chips
have
Ahoy.
that luxury.
No.
And even if you do the brownie bites, which I think are sensational, brownie bites do have that preservative taste to them.
Let me ask you a question. Why do brownies have to be as thick as they are? You can kind of cut them in half first, right? Before you cut them into their little squares and stuff like that. You could essentially cut the tops and the bottoms
like a
off.
piece of brownie cake. Yeah. You can do whatever you want with your damn brownie.
Yeah. I don't know. Make thinner brownies.
Yeah.
At your home when you make them.
Yeah, our brownies are usually pretty thin anyway.
Yeah, okay. You okay? You all right?
I'm fine.
Everything good?
You guys, Steve.
What?
You cut me deep here, man.
How did I cut you deep?
Because you went with brownies over cookies, and I thought I knew
He feels betrayed.
I thought I knew.
I love chocolate chip cookies, but if I have if there is a listen, they're right neck and neck, but I do love a damn good brownie. But chocolate chip, they're
It's like Godfather 1 or 2, Steve.
Yeah, it changes from time to
to giving away our Word of the Week prize, and also inching closer and closer to a live broadcast in Clearwater, Florida for spring training. If you live in that Clearwater area, you can come by and see us if you're going to go to the baseball game on next Thursday. Doors of the park open around 11 a.m. We'll be done 10:30, 11, something like that. So we'll be wrapping up, but we will be at the ballpark for the game, walking around the stadium. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And talk about being on top of the game, like right on top of the players. It's
And if you are
the best spot.
You show up that day, you will see us. I guarantee you. Everyone is walking around. It's impossible to miss us. And as you said, Preston, you've never had access to the players like that.
And then the next day, we broadcast live from Coco's Crush Bar in Clearwater. There are a couple of locations in Clearwater, but they're pretty easy to find. And we'll be set up in the parking lot. That's where we were last year.
It was great.
They had a nice tent and everything, and enough room for everybody to be in or out. And
It's like the fun outdoor party.
yeah, it was great. So that's Friday morning, and anybody, it's open to the public. We're welcome to come by.
Yeah, there are 3, Preston. The one that we're at is called Coco's Crush North, and it's on Poinsettia Avenue, 423 Poinsettia Avenue. So if you're going to follow them on Instagram, it's Coco's Crush North.
Fabulous. All right, so today's lesson question, we're going to give this away via Zoom, mind you. So if you know the answer to this, you need to text the word Zoom to 39333, and then we'll send a link to you, and we'll see if we can get you on. The question that we're going to go, the prize that we have actually for Lesson Learned is a pair of tickets to MMR Presents the Summer of Loud show, Wednesday, July 23rd at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Here's the question that we posed to you. It was from 7 o'clock this morning. Where does James Bond work in retirement? 215-263 WMMR. Bonus points, but no extra prizes if you can say it the way it was said on the air this morning. Where does James Bond work once he's in retirement? So if you think you know the answer to that, text the word Zoom to 39333. We send you that link. You click on that, and then Marissa and company will try to get you lined up and see if we can answer that live. All right, we'll do the trash while you are texting.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
All right, we'll get them stories, and then we'll see if we can get an answer. Steve, what's going on this morning?
Well, Preston, rumors of a looming divorce keep building after Barack Obama took at a Clippers game without his wife, Michelle. Interesting fact. Of the 45 men who have served as president, only 5 remain married.
Oh, my
Stop and think
about that. Khloe Kardashian revealing that her 6-year-old daughter, Drew, still believes she and ex Tristan Thompson are married. Khloe says this is the reason they chose not to name her Smart.
Hey!
And finally, NBC announcing that Tom Lamas will be replacing departing nightly news anchor Lester Holt at the end of the month. Holt gave Lamas high praise, saying he's eminently qualified because he, quote, owns a suit and can read a telephone. And that's your Hollywood Track.
All right, now is when we attempt to get ourselves a winner. The question that we posed this morning is, where does James Bond work in retirement? And we have a Zoomer on the line, and he's a Pearl Jam fan because he's wearing a shirt from the band. We go to Michael Wright. Hey, Michael, good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
All right, Michael, where does James Bond work in retirement, please?
Walmart.
That is correct, Walmart. No bonus points for Michael, who should have said Mart. Walmart. But it's all good, man. We're still going to give you some tickets, man. We're going to give you tickets to see the Summer of Loud Festival show Wednesday, July 23rd, Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, featuring Killswitch Engage, I Prevail, Beartooth, and many more. Tickets are on sale via Ticketmaster. You can go to WMMR.com for more information and also for another chance to win. All right, let's get into this.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
And it's brought to you by Adam Mechanical, now Adam Home Services, for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. And to celebrate their rebrand, you'll save $50 off of your next service. Visit AdamHomeServices.com. So Glastonbury Festival just dropped its headliners, and they will be Olivia Rodrigo, the 1975, and Neil Young. The festival runs from June 25th through the 29th, with the 3 headlining acts appearing over the weekend, starting on Friday.
And Olivia Rodrigo sings your favorite song, Preston, Driver's License.
Oh, yeah. You know, that hit that I can't stop singing. The 1975 kicks off things on Friday. Young takes over Saturday, and Rodrigo wraps it up on Sunday. Now, after a mix-up with details on the festival, Neil Young originally had said that he would be boycotting the show.
Yes.
But shortly after, he walked back his claims, saying the festival is now back on our itinerary, and we look forward to playing.
But the girl saying driver's license is on the bill?
Other big names set to appear include Charlie XCX, Weezer, Ray, Doechii, and Gracie Abrams. And there will be more acts that will be announced in the coming months. There's a list of some of them that are up. Any notables that you want to mention, Nick?
Yeah, Charlie XCX and Rod Stewart, like Casey said. And then I saw another, Prodigy.
Fatboy Slim.
And, Alanis Morissette's on there.
Vogue.
Noah Khan, I like that dude.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
You know, the thing I hear about Glastonbury is that it is one of the, if it rains, it is one of the muddiest venues on earth.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so they've got, you can find it on their social media accounts. John Fogerty is playing there.
Wow.
Deftones. There's like the list.
Rick Springfield?
No. Not that, but Brandy Carlisle is.
Nick Lowe's on it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. So you can check that and get a rundown of the groups that are playing.
Weezer.
Yeah, you said
I
Weezer.
said that.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah.
The Safe Light Repair Choir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's Hasselhoff?
Hasselhoff, no mention, but here's a great name, Preston. Bob Vylan.
Bob Dylan.
It's Vylan, like Bob Dylan, but it's Bob Vylan.
That's actually pretty
Say the evil twin of Bob Dylan.
That's a great idea.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah. All right, so the late Christine McVie's London home has gone on the market. She had purchased the house in 2015, living there until she passed in 2022. The house features 3 beds, 3 bathrooms, marble fireplaces, a private terrace, and a roof garden. And it clocks in at close to 2,700 square feet. And if you're looking to lock down that home yourself, okay, so 2,700 feet. Okay?
2,700 feet.
Where is this? It's in London.
Yeah.
It's currently got an asking price of $8.9 million.
2,700, yeah.
You sound like you're from London.
2,700 square
Now, it's gorgeous. It has a super tiny little pool in the back and everything. It is beautiful, but it's insane.
Yeah, but that's London.
Yep.
You know, you're living in a major, I'm sure it's in one of the really beautiful areas
Yes,
of London
it's
as
gorgeous.
well. So. All right, and then the last news, unfortunately, Aaron Rossi, who was the former drummer for bands Ministry and Prong, passed away at the age of 44 from a sudden heart attack.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he passed away in January, but the news was just announced yesterday through a post on his Facebook page. He played with Prong from 05 to 09 and later joined Ministry as their touring drummer. And his work with Ministry earned him a Grammy nomination in 2010.
And he had just won a pork chop eating contest.
Plans for a celebration for his life will be shared at a later date.
I was a fan of Ministry.
What's that?
The band Ministry.
You were a fan of them?
Yeah.
And that's what I have in music news for you this morning. One more break to take. And then the weekend arrives. We'll do it in fine form, like I said, giving away our Word of the Week prize when we return. And we'll see what Pierre has going on with you today as well. We'll be right back. Clearly, I need the weekend to start now. You lean one way or the other.
All right.
Goo! All right.
There it is.
Now he's got it.
I got it.
There's more goo and a brownie. All right. By the way, Steve, this list of brownie places, where did you? What's the
I was
source?
in the Inquirer.
The Inquirer.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The
you can go on and find a list of great brownies, if you will, if you check the Inquirer's website. All right. What?
What?
Okay.
Oh,
let me go to Mario. I was going to wrap up there. Hey, Mario.
He put on his glasses. He can't see without.
Exactly.
What's up, dude? Casey wanted me to talk to you.
Hey, I really appreciate it. Hey, cookies are way far superior than brownies. You can eat many more of them. There's different kinds of textures. There's only so many things you can put in a brownie.
You don't need to. It's perfect.
I'll tell you what the deal is, Mario. It's when you see a plate of freshly made brownies and freshly made cookies, you know you're more likely to encounter freshly made chocolate chip cookies. At least I am. But a brownie is like, oh, we don't get brownies a lot. I'm going for that first.
Look what showed up.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
I would agree that it will be like a special little treat, but I will also say that if there's a freshly made plate of cookies or brownies in front of me, I'm going for them cookies first.
So I'm going for the brownies because I don't know when I'll get another shot at those brownies.
That's right.
That makes sense.
Carpe diem, man.
Carpe diem.
I appreciate you coming to the phone call. I just want to say I'm a cookie lover.
All right, Mario.
I mean, you can enhance a
You're not
brownie
alone.
by putting a cookie in it. You can enhance a cookie by putting a brownie in it.
No, you absolutely can.
No.
I've had brownie cookies.
Yeah.
I don't even
no,
know
you've
what
had
that
cookie
means.
brownies.
Putting a brownie in a cookie?
Yeah, you don't do that.
But I've never heard of putting a cookie in a brownie.
You've never heard of a blondie, bro?
No. Well, you know what? I have heard of a blondie. I just didn't know what that was.
It's cookie brownie.
Okay. It's cookie brownie. All right, so some stories to run by you. We'll start with Prince Harry. He has returned to the UK ahead of the unveiling of a statue in honor of his late mother, Princess Diana.
I'm back.
At Kensington Palace on July 1st is when that's coming up.
Is anyone home?
Would have been her 60th birthday. Meghan stayed in California with Archie and Lilibet. Rumors and speculation on the current status of Harry and the rest of the feuding royals accompanied the news. And, of course, Diana would not have approved of the way Harry and Brother Prince are arguing. Many do speculate that.
It'd be terrible. And with that in mind, maybe they can patch things up.
Yeah, I would hope so. And with that, I saw a teaser story that I think William was kissing someone or something like
Yes.
that. Did you catch that story?
Who is he kissing?
Like an aide or something along those lines?
Yeah.
But I didn't really. I'm kind of bored
Kathy
with this
Bates.
crap. He was making out with Kathy Bates.
I'm a big fan of Misery. I've often fantasized about.
And here's another bit of information. Prince Charles apparently will not strip Archie and Lilibet of their royal titles. Rumors assert, despite previous indications, that he would consider it.
I tend to think we get a lot of misinformation. Yeah.
And according to an insider, they said, I don't think he will make the unpopular, hostile move of removing the royal status of his grandchildren. And then you have basically people just comment on this
Absolutely.
stuff.
I
These
feel
experts.
sad for the royal titles not because of this point in time.
Agreed, sir.
Exactly.
So,
why would you do that anyway?
Hang on a second. What does it say? Oh, Prince William promised to give a 96-year-old woman a kiss once. The rules relax more during his mini tour of
There you
Scotland.
go.
So that was
I
it.
would like a lot of tongue, please. You misunderstood. You were thinking of a more provincial kiss where I was looking for something more sexual.
Hey, she's 96, man.
Oh, I guess so.
She can ask for whatever she wants.
All right.
Open.
Give me more. Give me more tongue.
Gross.
Dear God, woman, I can taste your pancreas.
That's how deep he went, or there was bile coming up.
Bile. You know what? You don't know what's bubbling in that old fuselage. What's your favorite cheese?
Of all time?
Is that even possible to say?
America, Jack!
No, one of the greatest cheeses I ever had was called a Shropshire Blue. I was given it as a gift from some friends who knew that I love cheese, and it is actually an orange blue cheese. It's really good. Orange with blue veins, like a big penis.
Really? Wow, yeah. Like a big,
veiny,
older man's penis.
It's purple.
Wow.
Yes.
It's an orangish yellow cheese.
Like a senior citizen's penis.
With blue veins in it. And it's,
yes, do you have any cheese that would resemble a senior citizen's penis? And I've got just the thing.
And I absolutely loved it. It's from Shropshire, England.
Or something that would resemble an older woman's dried out vagina.
Oh my God.
Dear Lord. We don't have cheese like that, but we have plenty of meat like that.
You know, sir, perhaps you're not interested in cheese.
Yeah.
My little cheese place in Chestnut Hill closed down.
It did.
I was devastated.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, anyhow, so if you want to, you can use your Ritz cracker and try to cut your cheese with it. Remember when cut the cheese used to be a euphemism for
farting?
farting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just fart when I said that?
I thought you were summoning me.
He just... Kathy, did you see that?
No.
He's standing up. He squatted down a little bit right when we said that was a
I
word
thought
for
you were
farting.
telling me to do that.
Can you, if I ask you right
Fart
now?
on command? Absolutely. No, I wish I
Do
could.
it right
No,
now.
I
Go
can't.
for it.
I can't.
Drop a deuce.
Could you take a jump right here?
Yeah. All right. So, did you really?
Yes.
Drop the deuce?
No, he farted.
Oh my God. Wow.
Please tell me that the microphones picked that up. Could you hear that, Bruce?
I could hear it in my headphones.
I'm telling you.
It is
This is the person we work with.
unbelievable.
Isolate it.
This is the person we work with.
I mean, we are adults at work. At work. This is our job.
We're making money.
We're
We're
at
making
work.
good
I
money.
think I just bonused with that one.
I wish you would get fired.
Is that what you want? You want my family destitute, Kathy?
No,
You want my family on the
honestly,
streets?
She says just you.
I'll just take care of your kids. Like,
What about my wife? What about my wife?
let her do.
When she comes looking for good loving.
Don't worry, I'll take care of her.
Let's see if we can isolate that moment.
Kathy's got that covered too.
And relive it. Marissa just held up 3 fingers. I don't know what that means.
One in the pink, 2 in the stink.
It wasn't that 3. What?
3 minutes, I can get it.
Okay, thank you, Marissa.
So 2 in the stink.
So maybe we'll kind of reinvigorate this thing. But we have decided to return with Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts this morning.
Yes.
And when I tell you that the passion was high for people to that have sent in requests to be a part of this, it's an understatement. It was just fanatical.
It is a global phenomenon.
Yes.
Has been for a long time. People have been raised in this Harry Potter realm, and so we knew we were going to get some staunch competitors.
I read a lot of the submissions that were sent in. I read all the submissions that were sent in, and I read several of them. I was on the plane the other day flying out west, and I was brought to tears by some of these submissions because this world means so much to so many people, and the way that they articulated it was really moving to me, and I'm just impressed. It was so difficult to narrow it down to 2 final contestants.
I mean, put it in perspective. A tick came into the studio to watch.
That's right. That's how popular
That's how
this is.
popular.
I am currently reading the Harry Potter books.
Are you?
I'm on the Sorcerer's, or no, I'm sorry, I'm on the Chamber of Secrets right now, so I've just gotten started.
Reading or Audible?
Audible.
And who's doing it? Who's doing the
I've
read?
forgotten the actor's name.
Jim something or other.
He's
Hey,
excellent.
that might be a question coming up.
Okay.
So I'm about 3/4 of the way through the second book.
Awesome.
So I'm underway. I'm starting to learn. I've seen all the movies, and I found them entertaining. But I wanted to know, because there's so many people that you talk to about this story. There's so much more underneath when you dive into the canon of it all. When you get into the all the details about it, and I want to know that. I mean, I want to know. I think it's a kind of a club that you're in.
So all of my nieces and nephews.
On B101. It's new music from Volbeat by A Monster's Hand. Yes, that is the name of the song. 93.3 WMMR, the radio station. And it is 10:27 on a Friday morning with the Preston and Steve show. We are heading into the weekend, obviously, with weather that's going to be okay to start with and end really nicely. So we continue these really breezy, windy conditions through today and tomorrow in the high around 50 or so. But Sunday, sunshine and 55, that's a keeper. Monday, sunny and 62, very, very nice. And then Tuesday, absolutely splendid, sunshine and 68 degrees. And then the next day after our show on Wednesday, we jump on a plane and we head to Florida.
Yes.
It better not be like 75 degrees here. I want a change. I want you to suffer while we're enjoying wonderful weather in Florida.
I know it's very superficial to think that, but I wanted the same thing. My wife went down to a tropical island for a little while. When she left, we had that bitter, freaking cold weather, and I'm like, this is exactly what you wanted.
So looking at the forecast in Clearwater for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is we're heading down on Wednesday, but we're broadcasting Thursday and Friday, it's going to be mid to upper 70s and sunshine.
Perfect.
That's phenomenal.
And what's it
is
going to be here? Mid to upper 70s sunshine.
No, that is perfect. However, that makes me a little nervous. We got to be careful for our mornings.
Well, okay, so I'm looking at that too, Kathy.
All right.
The low temperature on Thursday is 62 degrees. So one year we were there and it was like 40.
It was freezing, and that's not terrible.
I was in shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
We
but I'm
wholly
like, what in the
unprepared.
mother F is going on here?
Yeah.
Freezing.
I mean, where's it? 93 feet.
Whose idea was this?
All right, well, anyhow, today has been a whole lot of fun. Thank you to Matt and Tam at 6ABC for having us on this morning to chat with those guys briefly. Then we had, unfortunately, we had to let Alfonso Ribeiro go. We had him on the phone line. The phone lines don't sound good. We're still having some issues with that, so we're working on that. I apologize to him. We started the interview, and I just wrapped it up because it wasn't worth it. But we'll get with him again. We'll get with him down the road. It's the 10th anniversary of AFV's Sunday night, 7 p.m. With Alfonso. So we wanted to mention that. It's also streaming on Hulu. And then we just had a wonderful time with the happiest man on the internet, Peter Mairhofer from Austria. And we brought him down from New York, and we're not just going to have him on for one little segment and send him on his way. So we had him on for two.
It was delightful.
Portions of the program, and just a wonderful, positive, super friendly, super good looking, and nice guy. And it was really cool. It
felt
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Because, we're so good looking to finally have.
Oh, wait a minute. He recorded an ID for us?
Yeah.
I was
got him-
hoping this would happen.
I got him to record an ID.
All right.
And I rather than have him do it in English, I asked him to do it in what I thought was Austrian. My ignorance, it's actually German.
Okay.
But with an Austrian take on it.
Okay.
So this is that.
Is there any English in this?
No. Well, in between takes.
All right, here we go.
Hey Leute, ich bin Peter May und ich bin hier bei WMMR, Preston and Steve Show. Und ich habe gerade eine unglaubliche Zeit hier gehabt und wünsche euch allen einen tollen Tag. But maybe let's say it one more time, a little bit more fluent. Hey Leute, ich bin Peter May und ich bin hier bei Preston and Steve von WMMR. Und ich wünsche euch alle einen super schönen Tag.
What did you say?
I wish you all a great day.
Nice. And can you just sing a little Edelweiss?
Edelweiss, Edelweiss.
That's the Batman theme.
Yeah.
That's it. He was singing to the tune of the Batman theme.
Very cool. Very
Yes,
cool.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
Oh, man. That was a blast.
I got him to do one for me and one for you. I should have had him do one for Jackie. He would probably go, what?
Yeah. Jackie Bam Bam.
What is a Jackie Bam Bam? You know, in an era where there's so much negativity, he's just delightful to have that much positivity. And to reference you referenced Carson the other day with Freddie Prinze going to the couch.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't get one. He got two segments. Nobody gets two segments on Preston and Steve. He got invited to the couch.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
I mean, that was so cool because I thought he would do one segment, you'd say farewell, and off he would go. You had the gentleman on, the comedian, and then he stayed through that and came on again. It was so cool.
Nice guy. And last but not least, I want to thank these wonderful people from Remington and Vernick Engineers in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They won the 2024 Business Challenge random drawing. And they had donated 11,000 pounds of food to the Camp Out for Hunger and are wonderful, fun, cool, diehard Preston and Steve fans. We love having them here. Oh, and we had a birthday, too.
Yes.
Whose birthday is it? What's her name?
What's your name?
Tara McKay.
I think she's got a present for you, Preston.
No, I gave that to her. It's the birthday sword.
Sorry.
She gets since it's her birthday, she gets to hold the giant sword. It's the only thing I could find. I'm like, here, you get to hold this today. That's your special treat.
She was bringing that to you.
All right, so happy birthday. And we need to do the letter of the day if you are so prepared, Peter.
This can be done.
All right, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, and the Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by the letter.
L is in landslide.
All right, L. And so we need you to Zoom. All right, we're doing the Zoom thing again. So Zoom, text the word Zoom to 39333, and then Marissa, give me somebody. And then we'll see if you happen to know the word of the week prize, and then we can officially award it to you if you do have that correct or not. What's happening today, ma'am?
It's also young Ryan Shuttleworth's birthday.
It is!
Wow. Yes, it is. He is a giant in the industry and a great man.
God, I remember when I used to sit for him.
That could be the case for most of our interns here. But that's another story for another time. But what a delightful human being he is. So happy birthday, Ryan. We'll have another pair of tickets for Offspring. So 2 days ago, we did 193rd Texter. Then yesterday, we did 293rd Texter. So I'm thinking we're going to go for 500 at some point.
Yeah.
Because the texts obviously, add up quicker than do the phone calls. And our engineers, by the way, are working very hard on it. Don and his crew are doing a great job. But sooner or later, it'll come around. And that'll be what it'll be. But meanwhile, we'll have some fun with a texter. I got the winner yesterday, and I called the person. He was in Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
That is cool.
But he was from Richmond, Virginia or something, and listens to us everywhere. So that was cool. So we'll have Offspring, Jimmy Eat World tickets that just went on sale July 29th. We'll have another block for Women's History Month, and we'll be doing that all through March, first block of the day, and the workforce blocks Monday through Friday. Offspring went on sale. We will do a block of them. Eric Clapton went on sale. I think I have tickets next week. We'll do a block of them, of him, of whatever he is. Of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I have thus far.
Fabulous. We have a Zoomer on the line. It is Philly Phil. Hey, Phil.
Hey, how you doing, Preston?
Awesome, bud. All right, we are prepared to give you a prize if you can tell us what our word of the week is.
Absolutely. It is devil.
Great day in the morning.
Would be correct, sir. All right, Phil, plain and simple, we are giving you, sir, $500, and that is courtesy of our friends at Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again. You good with that?
I am awesome with that. And just a side note, I was hanging out with Helen down at the Super Bowl. This is Philly Phil. I sent pictures to Nick and Casey. I was hanging out with the people from the karate show. It was awesome.
Yeah, the bird bod down in, that's awesome, man. And Casey, you got from Cobra Kai.
Yeah, so I was talking about you the other day because it was his birthday.
Yeah, Hawk from the show. That's awesome. Well, congratulations, Phil. Thank you for contributing in that way, but we are going to set you up with $500. Hold on the line. We'll set you up with that, as I said. And it's brought to you by Marvel Television's Daredevil Born Again. Vigilante lawyer Matt Murdock and former mob boss Mayor Wilson Fisk are back in an all-new TV MA series, Daredevil Born Again, now streaming, and that's only on Disney+. I will take this moment to thank our sponsors. Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by Duncan, and the Preston and Steve Show runs on Duncan. Also,
this is Peter singing, by the way.
This is Peter Mairhofer singing. And also brought to you by Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, and by Adam Home Services, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. AdamHomeservices.com. So next week on the program, Casey's going to be out for a couple days. He's taking a whirlwind trip, but he will meet us in Clearwater, Florida.
Yes.
As we start broadcasting live for spring training on Thursday. Also joining us next week, the very lovely, talented Wendy Malick will be on the show.
I love her.
Yeah, most recently in Shrinking
and Night Court.
Loads of other stuff. And our buddy Paul Mercurio is going to be stopping by, as well as many other things, working on, obviously, spring training, having some Phil's players on, and all of that good stuff. So it's Friday. Let's go get hammered. What do you guys say? That's it. We're done. Rage on. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you later, gang. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.